Yeah. Oh, we got a good one today. You know what I'm saying? Backed by popular demand. We got the big homie, Game God Goldie in this bitch. This is gonna be fantastic, man. He in the building. Let's get it. Let's start the show. Yeah. Come on now. You know what's going down. It's going down. It's going down like a fat girl on roller skates. Let's get it. It's your boy, Big Brandon Carter. This is episode 175. Man, we've been doing this shit. We out here, man. Victory Talk Podcast, only podcast where we teach you how to improve your money, your muscle, and your mindset simultaneously. All right, every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am joined by the best co-host in the game, co-host/producer, the homie Nima.
Let's go. Super excited. Straight.
You know what it is, man. All right, and then we got Novia out here handling the Superchats, kicking out the haters. You come here talking crazy, you're going to get banished, exiled indefinitely, forever. You'll never be able to leave a comment again. And why would you do that to yourself, man? God ain't gonna bless you if you out here spreading negativity, brother, man. You know what I'm saying? But she gonna punish you first before God can even get to it. All right. And then we got a special guest. I'm gonna introduce him in a minute, but let me just run through these sponsors right quick. We gotta pay the bills. Am I right, Nima? All right. The first sponsor is the newsletter, Big Money Methods. Big Money Methods. All right. And this is the newsletter where we give you methods on how to make big money. So you click that link in the description. Go ahead, put your email in here. Boom, right? And we'll give you twice a week. You can get emails with articles on how to get big money, written by me, your fearless leader, Gymnasium Jesus, right? Chris, one of our top salespeople, and the homie Scene, our top copywriter. All right, so make sure you subscribe to that. It's free of charge. You know what I'm saying? All right. The next sponsor, and this is a product I'm gonna be honest with you, we haven't talked about it much on the podcast, right? Something we've been keeping kind of on clandestine, keeping it on the low, right? But I think we're ready to unveil it. We've been working on this product called Thot Repellent, right? Because when you really start getting paper, you still really build your money muscle mindset. You ain't gonna be like, how do I get girls? And be like, damn, man, how to keep all these bitches away from me? It's too many, man. Like everywhere I go, there's bitches throwing themselves at me, trying to get me to have sex with them. And it's too much. I'm only one man, right? And that's why you need Thot Repellent. Easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. All right. Now, some of y'all don't need this. Some of y'all still Googling how to get girls. Right. This is for niggas who have ascended, right? You know what I'm saying? Who are on that next level. And if you're not there yet, that's cool. That's why you're watching Victory Talk. We gonna help you get there. And if you really want to get there faster, you expedite your ascent to that level, to the next level. Go ahead and join the free Discord, the Victory Unit Discord. In there, I got free courses. I got a free fat loss course. I used to sell that fat loss, that's fat loss course called Direct Hit for $200.
And now it's free.
Wow. Because you know why? Because I'm already rich. All right. So and then I already got the money. It's too late. All right. So now y'all can have it for free. And I got another course in there called Baller Mindset. Man, so many people have told me that's like changed their lives. It's all about it's the best mindset course on getting money. Honestly, it's better than the shit you will pay for. Me and Nima spent a lot of time on that. It's fantastic. Go ahead and type in the comments if you've been through that course or started. Tell your fellow Victinators how fucking dope that is. All right. So once you go through that, you get your money muscle mindset right. Then you're gonna need Thot Repellent. We're gonna have this out. By Valentine's Day. All right. But only if we get enough super chats. All your super chats go towards development of Thot Repellent. We want to crowdsource this. So when you leave a super chat, it's going to go towards the development of Thot Repellent. All right, enough of that. Today's guest is a brother who's been making a lot of waves on the internet. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this thing. You know, I really feel like I can spot when motherfuckers are going to start blowing up. I can. It's like a spidey sense. If y'all look through there, I did it before. When I saw Keno Body, I was like, yo, this motherfucker's gonna blow up. We started working at it. Boom. Connor Murphy, he started blowing up, you know, before he took his career in another direction. But I saw, this kid's on his way, man. I partnered with him. Me and him was making millions. We made millions of dollars. Who else? Man, I met Myron before he blew up on Fresh and Fit. We was the homies. I was like, you know, I can go on and on. FitX, Austin Dunham. When I see motherfuckers on the I could tell when a motherfucker's really about to make it. And I was like, you know what? I met this brother Goldie, and I was like, man, I feel like this is gonna be the next one. And I feel like I'm right because he's going viral right now. Let me introduce the big homie, Game God Goldie. What's up, players? Going on?
Hey man, come on, man. Hey man, I appreciate the kind words. You know, I hold you high.
You got talking to the mic.
I hold you in high esteem. So,
thank you, brother.
I appreciate the kind words. You know who it is, Game God Goldie, the one and only. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is, man. So listen, man, you've been going super viral lately, brother.
You know,
yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
Before we get into it,
and for the right reasons, not the wrong. I mean, depending who you ask.
Listen, it's all right to me. Let me show you all something. So Goldie, man, he's just minding his own business, right? Yeah. And then people start taking videos of him. Let me show you some of this shit. This is just Goldie minding his own business, being himself.
Yeah.
And the shit starts going viral. He's just walking his girls' friends or girls. I don't know what kind of relationship. Walking his girls down the street, minding his own business. People start taking pictures, and these videos are getting millions of views.
Oh man, it's like at 50 million between all the platforms.
Like 50 million. Yeah. Jeez.
If I would have knew it was gonna be that big a deal, I'd have wore a shirt with my business, my website, my name on there.
His brother he's just minding his own business. That's how you know you're just doing your own thing. And then Myron, friend of the show, he caught wind of this. Let's see. We're gonna react to Myron reaction
after taking them shopping at Chanel store.
Is that true? You took them shopping first?
Absolutely not. Not that would be a bad thing, but it's a lot of misconceptions about that video. We're
gonna break it down. We're gonna break down the virality. All right. So these are people just filming you guys, and Myron's react. We're gonna react to Myron reacting. What was happening? Oh, Myron can't believe it.
Yo, what?
Myron can't believe it. Let's see what Myron says.
Two that we made cry?
Oh, wait, what did he say?
Two that we made cry? Yo, are these the two thoughts that were on our show chat? Are these the two that we made cry?
Let me see. He made him cry? Why you do that? My man just walking his white girls. That's all. You know what I'm saying? All right. Are they gonna show it? Is he gonna show it? Let me see if he shows it.
Yep, those girls are cooked.
I want to see what I didn't see. I didn't know. He made him cry.
I don't even know. When he starts talking.
Their chromosomes expired.
Okay. Are you okay?
You good?
These are the girls?
I'm not good. She gave up a 3-year fucking marriage.
There we go.
We'll go back. Let's get back to that. But first of all, before we get into that, listen, man. So tell me the story about this. Why were those girls on a leash?
Well, listen. If y'all don't know, this is the first time I've ever spoken about it. I haven't said nothing. Everybody was asking.
Yeah,
I fuck with you. That's why I came over.
Oh, man, appreciate it, bro.
So I'm gonna give you the exclusive. And the real reason I ain't, want to talk about it because, reality of the situation was not as extravagant as everybody would like it to be. So I like for the rumors. I like for the if I tell what really happened, it's not gonna be as extravagant. But I'm gonna tell it here.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Like I said, it's not that extravagant of a story. So
enlighten us.
So it was a Sunday, early morning, beautiful Sunday in Miami. We going to brunch. I'm not going to tell the spot because everybody going to want to go there. Anyway, we sitting outside. We just chilling, me and the twins, and just regular brunch. Homie of mine come by. We see him walk. I'm like, hey, come on, pull up and see. We just started eating. Brunch as usual. He's on his phone, just sliding through Instagram or TikTok, whatever it was. Like people.
You was at the brunch with the girls.
brunch with the girls.
Okay.
My partner walked by.
Okay.
I said, "What's up? Come join us." He joined us, and you know, we just talking. We talking about different things. He shows me a video. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Now he starts scrolling some more. He starts busting up laughing. It's some dude with a leash on some girls in Target, right?
Okay.
He showed me. I'm like, oh shit. Look to the twins. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna put y'all on a leash, and I'm gonna put y'all on your knees. You know, ha ha, jokey.
Yeah.
You know, one of them looked at me, said, "I'd let you do it, daddy." You know. And my partner, he was like, man, she ain't gonna let you do that. And you know, it was just a dead situation. Later that day, we went to right across from that Target. It's a AT&T store. We going in there, getting some phone lines changed around. I go get a haircut. I meet back up with the twins later. Right-handed guy. When I meet back up with the twins, mind you, I forgot about this whole conversation.
Yeah.
They had 2 leashes. They said
they
we went
had
to
leashes.
and they were excited to give them to me because they said, "Hey, daddy, these are gold and they look like Cuban links." Right. So I wasn't even thinking about the shit no more. I'm like, you know, I said it like I know I'm gonna be able to do whatever I want with you, but I'm not tripping out doing that.
It was their idea.
Yeah, it was their idea. So when I came back, they had the leashes, they was excited about it, and they was like, "Well, when you want to do it?" So I called my partner. I said, oh, ha ha, key, right? Oh, they not gonna let me walk them. Watch this, right? So we go to Brickell all the time. So what's that place? Moxie. So we went to Moxie's, got something to eat. So we parked there in valet. I was like, all right, put them on, twins. Let's go. Yeah. And that was it. So it's not that extravagant of a thing. It ain't no kink. You know what I'm saying? And I think we just the rest of the day we went got something to eat there. Went to the mall. Went to Zara. And the Chanel bags are actually, it was a lipstick that one of them bought. But you know, everything got to be in unison. I was like, you got a bag, she need a bag, make this thing balanced. You know what I'm saying? I didn't buy the lipstick, not to say I wouldn't, but she went in and bought it. You know, but it looked good when they said, "Oh, we went shopping this Chanel." I said, "Oh, I like
it.
That."
Adds a little something to it. Man.
So
it was the twins' idea.
I mean, it was the twins' idea, really, because when he laughed, like they wouldn't let me do it. They wanted to let it be known, like I didn't like how he was laughing, like you ain't got us in pocket. Like that, you know? But had I knew, see, to me, that's nothing new. Like where I come from, like dude's been doing that since the early 2000s. Snoop Dogg
do that shit at an award show.
Snoop Dogg did that, and he got that from people in the street who used to do that. So to me, it was like it was nothing. Because I live in my own world. So when everybody, I knew it was gonna be people taking pictures, but I didn't think it was gonna be like that. That just goes to show that's why you gotta live in your own bubble. To me, like you can look at the video. This ain't no acting. I ain't no actor. Them girls, they ain't no actors. It was literally just what it was. They had no shame, no fear, no guilt. I was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So,
and there's another girl in some of the footage I saw.
My other chick. And I was like, you should have got another leash for her. But it worked out because they liked that one was on my arm. So it looked good, but I was going to have them all 3 on there.
Nah, it looked good though. It was
but this is what I'm saying though. This goes to show, like I say it all the time, like I live in my own bubble, in my own sphere. And the women that deal with me, we don't subscribe to the social norms of society. I got to open your door. I got to pump the gas. Not saying it got to be reversed, but in my world, we make up our own rules. And any woman dealing with me, we're not caring what anybody else thinks. We don't care what these squares think. We actually look down on these squares working a 9 to 5. But you can come up. I always got to work a 9 to 5. But anyway, I create my own environment. So if I'm with it, my women gonna be with it, and they're not gonna be worried about what everybody else say. If you look at their face through the whole thing, they wasn't nervous, they wasn't smiling, they wasn't laughing. It was literally just another day. Just
another day, man. And I saw some other, because I follow some of your stories, man. You was walking them around your building with they was on their knees with the leash.
And they had good fun with it. We have fun. We go out, we get food. We have a good time. And everything is by choice, not by force. You know what I'm saying? Any woman with me, she could do what she want to do. Now, if it ain't what I want to do, she gonna leave. But I'm not forcing no woman to do nothing. I ain't forcing a woman. Come on, what would that look like? A lot of people talking about human trafficking. You gonna go to jail? Go to jail for what? Women wanting to put a leash on their neck. You got to get yourself to a point where women fuck with you to the point where they'll do anything for you and not care what nobody else thinks. That's why I always say, like who likes you. If a woman don't really like you, she gonna be like, hell no. But if a woman really likes you a lot, she not gonna turn down nothing that you say. And so I'm just a walk-in representation of everything that I preach. Like who likes you. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you, how'd you meet the girls?
Well, I met them at a private party at a private jet hangar. Matter of fact.
Okay.
So my partner brought me there. Private jets, some real fly shit. Shit. They was there. I tried to holler at one. Didn't really go my way. I was like, all right, cool. And just in passing, not too long ago, some things transpired in their life, and we reconnected, and went from there.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
All right. So who are they to you? How should what kind of relationship y'all
Oh
have?
man, they just some young ladies that I'm dealing with. What
Okay.
I'm saying? That's just that's just how it is.
No.
And a lot of people like, are they your girlfriends? Well, number one, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I tell my women this too. Don't ever call me your boyfriend. I'm not a boy and I'm not your friend. I'm your man. Right. Better yet, call me daddy, but I could be your man when you speak about me. And I don't deal with girls, and I don't have girls that are my friends. Right. These are my women. You know what I'm saying? So that's just some young ladies, some nice young ladies, that I like hanging out and going around with, eating, going to the club, popping bottles.
I mean, just young people having fun.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just innocent fun. Just
young people having fun. That's what's up. How old are they?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Young.
Oh man. The kid young. How old are you? Oh, my fault. All right, let's watch them cry. I want to see it because I wasn't privy to this. Hold on, let me see what happens.
Are those the same chat?
To go to Miami.
No,
oh yeah, maybe it is because I recognize this tattoo right here. Because look, if you look, the same tattoo on one of the girls on the left. See her right arm? Same tattoo right here. Oh shit.
Oh, yeah,
What the fuck is so good about a fucking palm tree and some fucking immigrants?
Oh yeah.
Yo, man, Zerka, I was walking down the street and this big ass dude ran up on me, man. And of course I grabbed the blick immediately.
Yeah.
But he's like, "Oh man, I know you." And it was all love. And we took it about
Hey, he didn't even know. He almost met his maker.
I was trying to put him down, man. He was too enthusiastic. But we just took a picture. This is like he was trying to roast about that.
He looked like a big dude too.
Yo, he's like fucking 6'7" or some shit. And he jumped up out. He's like, I was walking down Biscayne and he jumped up out of a seat. Yeah. And I'm not trying to clown him or no shit. Like he was just like, oh, he's seen it was like a long time before he was less famous at the time. Yeah. Right. And he's like, yo, what's up? And we took it, but I had seen him before in Fresh. Oh, okay. And once I realized what he was, I was like, okay,
that's funny.
Put the safety back on.
It's been a few situations like that with me. Hey man, make yourself known before you just pop up on me.
For sure. All right, hold on. Let's see what happens.
After where they were at, they had a boyfriend and shit.
What are you talking about? At 3
Are they twins?
From Miami. She said, well, he didn't let me go to Miami.
Most people can't tell them apart.
Sir, you're making her cry. Oh, shit.
What did he say to make her cry?
She threw away a 3-year marriage. Sir, you're making her cry. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. We just been through a lot, and I don't know what else to do.
All right, well, I guess
I'm gonna burn it.
the truth hurts. All right, well, look, if y'all want to leave,
all right. I don't know what that's all about, man. Ain't no big deal. All right, cool, man. Well, listen, seems like things are working out for him now.
Oh, listen.
They went from that to now they with the Game God.
Man,
so God works in mysterious ways.
Hey, listen, that stuff right there that made him famous.
Come on, man.
So that's why I tell everybody, hey, any woman who gets with me, your life is gonna be better by osmosis.
Come on,
being
man.
Around me,
shit's gonna change.
You know what I'm saying? But listen about that whole situation. I just want to let people know, man, you can do it too. You can do it too, man. You just gotta get women who like you, man. I was just talking about it earlier today, man, and I was like, a woman's rank, like as far as she 1 to 10, to me, is based on how she treat me, how much she like me, and how much she's willing to do what I tell her to do. Right. So a lot of these dudes, they be chasing a 10. Man, I'm chasing who's chasing me. 1, because you can make any woman a 10, as I say all the time. But 2, when you live in a life when a woman really likes you, man, you could do whatever you want to do. You could do fly things like this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You could do the impossible, what seems impossible. Yeah. Dude was talking about I had to force them to get on a leash because in their psyche, that's the only way they could get a woman to do that. And I'm just saying, man, stop going after the one that you like and start going after the one that like you. Yeah. Yeah. No, I echo those sentiments. You know what I'm saying? You can't be chasing. Nah, you can't. You can't. You starting wrong. Like I was in a strip club with my partner the other day, and we were talking about, hey, why you not trying to get at these women right here? I'm like, because I don't want to confuse them and make them believe that they higher than me because I went after them. And if no woman comes up in this club to me tonight, I'll be perfectly fine because I'm only looking for who's looking for me. If she doesn't like me enough to stop and put herself out there to say hello to me, then that's not a woman I want. We starting wrong. And if you start how you start is how you finish. That's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And let me break it down too, because I'm not saying I never try to talk to a woman, but the most I'll do is, hey, how you doing? Most I'll do is finger over here. Most I'll do is like a little touch on the elbow. All I'm doing is presenting myself. I'm showing you that I'm interested, and in 2 seconds, I'm gonna know if you choosing or not. If you like what you see, I'm gonna see it on how she responds, what her face looks like, what her body language is like, and that's gonna let me know if she's choosing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to get chosen with my mouth closed. If I got to do a whole bunch of talking, I got to convince you. If I got to convince you today, I got to convince you tomorrow. I want to be the one you convincing me. That's the only way this dynamic gonna work.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, man? It's funny. It's like that in business too. Like people come on here and they ask me sales advice and they ask me about cold calling. I'm like, what, nigga? Like I don't never, I never ran a business where I had to cold call. Like we only take inbound leads. You know?
Okay.
It's the same. It's kind of like the same.
Hey, the close rate is a lot higher.
The close rate is higher.
You know, because even if you chase a woman down and you convince her to like you, and you're doing all of these things, man, you got to keep that up because that's what you presented from the gate. Man, that's too much work. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Now, if you just trying to have sex with a woman, okay, man, do the dance, shuck and jive, do what you got to do to get it, right? But if you want it to be a long-term relationship, man, I want her to see what it's really gonna be. I don't want to have to try. I don't want to have to be taking trips all the time, going to 5-star dinners all the time because you need to be entertained. If my woman doesn't feel like, man, just being with you anywhere, whether we going to Starbucks or chilling at the house, if that's not enough for you, I don't want you.
And if she only with you for that kind of shit, there's always someone who could do more.
Man, I be telling dudes all the time, like most dudes don't really understand, and your woman don't either. Does your woman like you, or does she like the lifestyle you bring? Right. And so I'm not saying she do, I'm not saying she don't, but I'm not like, dudes be like, oh, well, she been around for 5 years. Yeah, and you've been having it for 5 years. So has she ever been with you when you didn't have it? So you don't know, and she don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying she's disloyal, but I'm not giving her a whole hell of a lot of credit, man. Bitch, I've been winning for 10 years. I've been riding Rolls Royces. I've been living in high rises. I've been doing this for 10 years. You ain't never been with me when I didn't have it. So I don't know how you gonna act. You can tell me. You can tell it sounds good, but until that day comes, and it ain't never gonna come when I fall off, we'll never know. So you only get so much credit in my book if you with me when I'm winning.
Yeah, because listen, man, who don't want to ride with a winner?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Who don't want to ride with a winner?
You know what I'm saying?
Are they from Miami? Or I don't know if you want to go there.
I don't know if I'm telling you. They're from Arkansas. They're from Arkansas.
Okay, yeah. Why ain't you posted on your page?
Because I figured it was everywhere else. You know, I probably should have. I need to be taking some tips from you. I should have posted it on my page. Matter of fact, I'm gonna post it next week.
Okay, yeah. That's what's up. Yo, all right. So listen, you always say you gotta find a woman who likes you. Get chose with your mouth closed.
Get chose with. Hey, what is my guide? Get chose with your mouth closed. Not only do it show you my method of getting chose with your mouth closed, how to put yourself in position, man. A true player knows how to put himself in position to be discovered, know where to go, how to go, and what to do in those situations, and then know what to look. Because a lot of dudes is not getting chose because they looking to choose. And it's just like I said it before. You know, the age old game, right? Look at everything in the room that's red. Look, everything that's red, right? If you stop, if I ask you what's green, you're not going to remember because you're looking for red. If you're looking for the woman that you're choosing, you're gonna miss the woman that's been choosing you. I don't care who you are. There's a woman choosing you. Maybe not as many for that other dude as you and me got, but it's definitely someone. But you just overlooked her because you're looking for what you want, and then you don't even have the mind to understand the value of a woman who choosing you is more valuable than a woman who's beautiful but not choosing you, because you haven't understood these things. So you need to get my Game God mentality program, which gets your mind right to care about the things that matter, and then get chose with your mouth closed.
So I heard. So there's a woman watching this probably. She's like, man, now guys like a challenge. And I'm like, yeah, you know, my life is challenging enough. Bitch.
I'll say this, I'll say this, right? Because a lot of dudes will say this and they'll say that, man, I don't feel like the world is black and white like that, man. You got all gray in the world. I don't know what these dudes like. I don't like no challenge. It is some dudes out here. I call them masochists. You love chasing a woman that don't like you, that abuses you, that talks shit to you. You stay with them. You like abuse. I don't. So maybe some dudes do, but if you try that with me, it's gonna be short lived.
Yeah. That's a big fact. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck, my life is hard enough, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't girl making it hard.
It ain't happening, man. If she don't say bless you when I sneeze, man, I'm gonna start looking like we got a problem here. You know what I'm saying?
Motherfuckers be married and be like, happy wife, happy life.
Happy king and not a goddamn thing.
All I want to hear is please and thank you.
No, for real.
What are some steps guys can do to actually get chosen by more women? You know what I'm saying? What kind of things does he need to improve in his life to be able to get girls to come to him?
Well, I mean, first of all, like I said, before he even start working on himself, because you could build yourself up and then you can get more women to come chase you. But number one is as you are, statistically speaking,
Mm-hmm.
there is more than 100 women out there who are going to choose you just the way you are.
Just the way you are.
Just that mental switch in your mind is enough to change the game for you, right? And then, like I said, when you add the piece on of stop looking for who you're looking for, understand the value of a woman who actually likes you and that you can build her looks, that's another factor. But of course, man, you got to be somebody you like. If you look in the mirror, you don't like yourself, who else gonna like you? Got to be realistic. Like people say, okay, man, the only competition is me. Nah, man, knock it off, right?
Yeah.
Competition is everyone around you. If you in a race and ain't nobody next to you, you're not gonna run as fast as if you know somebody next to you and ain't inching up.
That's
on
a fact.
So look around at dudes like Brandon right here and see where you don't measure up, and then work every day to try to close that gap.
Yeah.
And when you become something that you like, everybody else gonna like it. Not only that, when you become something that you like, you're no longer even worried about these women, right? When you become so high level in your mind, man, like me, it'd be like, I don't even really want to talk to you. You're not even on my level because you're too thirsty. A needy energy is never going to get anything. You dudes are too needy. You want the broad too much. And that energy is seeping out, and nobody likes that.
You know, they're trying to get validation. A lot of guys are trying to get validation from the woman.
Yeah, they do.
Right? Because they don't like themselves as much on a subconscious level.
And
like you got to really learn to like yourself.
And that's exactly, look, my first module in my Game God mentality course is self-love. All of this stems from self-love. You can't, because you can say what I say, but it's going to falter eventually because you really don't. I really feel like this. Yeah. And look, my bras will see it. It'll be I can't say too much, but we'll be in a situation with a cold broad and she dealing with us both and we about to have some fun, and mid pants down, the broad say something that I just don't like and she don't clean it up. Well, this party is over, right? Because I really stand on that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, and when you stand on stuff like that, your woman respects you more, and she's not so worried and checking your phone when you go out because she understands, oh, man, my man is a man of principle. If a woman get up on him, she coming all the way proper and correct. He's not out here just doing this and doing that. But yeah. So
why do you think, before we get into the next things a guy needs to do to level up, let's stay on here. How does the guy start to like himself more?
And you got to do the work.
You got to do
self-love.
The work.
Comes from self-investment.
Come on, man.
Are you investing in yourself daily?
Yeah.
Or with your habits? Are you working out? Do you like what you see when you look in the mirror? Right? Are you doing the work? Are you leveling up in different areas? If you're not doing that, you're not going to like yourself. You say all the affirmations in the world. That might help, but it's not going to convince yourself of you seeing you're not doing what you're not going to the gym. You're eating like shit. You're jacking off the porn, man. Just imagine what God sees when you jacking off the porn every day, man. Come on, man. You don't respect yourself when you bust that nut and you closing out the browser, man. You don't even, and that all of that subconsciously seeps into your mind, into your personality. But like when you see a dude who's really serious, you know he's game tight in every way. He got a different look in his eye. He got a different stare in his eye. He got a different energy, and women feel it. It's just different. You can't fake it. So that's why I say all the time, man, don't skip steps. Build yourself. And I guarantee you, once you start to build yourself, you're not even going to be worried about the bras. The bras going to be worried about you, because you're going to fall in love with yourself. Exactly. You're going to fall in love with the process and the looking better and this. And once you raise your standards, you're going to be able to catch better. That's why I say all the time, man, I can always get better, so I can always catch better. When a woman leaves me, I'm not tripping. I'm actually glad, because I'm a better person today. I'm better today than I was 6 months ago, because I'm always working on myself, which means that bra that I got with 6 months ago is actually beneath me now. I can catch better than I couldn't catch then. So I can't wait for you to do something wrong so I can go and catch better, because now I am better. So all you got to do, if you're not liking the women that's choosing you right now, level up, then you'll get better women. It's really that simple. I mean, if you're trying to skip steps,
you can't skip steps. People say fake it till you make it. I say, nah, you got to be it till you believe it. Right?
I do like that. I do like that. But, you know, fake it till you make it could mean so many different things, right? You know, but I feel like you can't be a complete fraud. But I do feel like, in the sense of fake it till you make it, as you got to believe that you could be more. You have to believe that you somebody before you are. But as far as completely faking it, I see the dudes who do that and they don't work either.
You know, you motherfuckers out here just like pretending, right? But the thing is, you know, inside, and you don't really like yourself.
And people who really that can tell. Right. And it's like, as much as you fake, man, you're going to give yourself away in certain places. But when you really you're never giving yourself away.
What I tell guys when they say, man, how do I become more confident? I'm like, yo, give yourself reasons to be more confident, right? Like, what's your regimen like every day? What kind of structure do you adhere to? Are you keeping the promises you make to yourself on a daily basis? And if you start doing it, then you give yourself a reason to be confident.
When you walk outside and, you know, I read today, I ate well today, I went to the gym today. All of these things that I didn't do any vices today. I went to the club. I didn't drink. I didn't smoke. I didn't do drugs. And then, you know, 95% of the world is doing those things. When you walk by everybody, you look like, you niggas ain't shit. You niggas can't fuck with me. And that's how you feel internally. And it makes you proud. And when you're proud, then you start to do the habits and do the things that, you know, reflect that.
Yeah. That's when I say be it till you believe it. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yo, nah, man, give yourself reasons to really like yourself.
Yeah.
You know, imagine if, you know, somebody who you cared about was telling you, man, I'm gonna do all this stuff for you. And they always telling you they're gonna do something and they never do, right? How much would you like that person? That person is you.
Man, hey, that's big. People
People
really don't understand your self-image governs your life. Like how you psycho-cybernetics. It talks about how you will never perform to your actual capabilities based on how you think about yourself. So all these little things and promises you break to yourself every single day lowers your self-image. So no matter how capable you are, you're not even going to be able to perform to your capacity because you've lowered your self-image. And another thing, that's with women too. Right, a woman in your life could lower your self-image by not treating you like the dude that you are,
and you accepting it.
And a lot of times, women and men will do that to their partner because they see that, oh, if they know who they are, they might see that I'm replaceable. So they try not to treat you like you that dude. They try to make you feel less than you are, so then they can keep you here. So you know, it's very important, your self-image. And how do you build your self-image? By the daily things, the daily promises, the daily actions.
100%. All right, so you got to love yourself. What else? What's the next step on the road
to get women?
To I don't want to say getting women, but to being the kind of man that women choose. More women choose the ones you like. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like it shouldn't, when you no longer try to be attractive to women and you're no longer worried about women, that's when the women gonna choose. I feel like women choose me because I'm not tripping off the woman. Anywhere that I go, man, I'll be in a strip club in Las Vegas, and I'm in there and I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying talking to my partner. I'm enjoying the vibes. I'm enjoying the lemon pepper wings they got there, Spearmint Rhino. And guess what? It's a woman who come by, you know, you want to dance? I'm cool. I'm chilling right now. I'm just enjoying myself. And guess what? I'm looking like I'm such a fun, enjoying, nice, good energy having individual that women want to come over and see what's going on. Man, women come up to me. Hey, I came by like 3 times. You ain't saying nothing to me. I see you ain't doing too much around here. What's up with you? She want to see what's up with me because I'm not like everybody else, because I'm not worried about it. So now it's like, well, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anywhere that I go, I'm never worried about the broad. I'm never worried about the broad. I'm going to tell you a story, right? Back in the day, we used to have game sessions with my uncle. He came down and he said, all 3 of y'all, tell me how you think a boss player's day goes. We all said what we said. He said, man, don't tell me what you think. Tell me how you think that day goes. We said what we said. He looked at us. He said, do you think when a boss player wake up in the morning, he worry about a broad? He said, no. He said, then why you always worried about a broad? A boss player is worried about himself, his business, his working out, and a multitude of other things than the broad, right? And so it just goes to show, man, women are attracted to men who ain't worried about them, right? Because if you're not worried about the broad, you're worried about something actually important. If you're worried about the broad, I promise you, you ain't got too much going on, right? So I feel like it's just, you know, maybe something instinctual that women see. When he's not worried about me, he must be doing something. He must be a big time dude. You know, and I don't do it for that reason. I genuinely feel like that. I ain't worried about you. You should be. If you knew who I was, you'd be worried about me. That's how I feel.
All right. So first one is you got to like yourself more. Yeah. And the second one was don't be worried about the girl, worry about yourself. Yeah. Right. You worry about what you got going on. What would be like, give me a third key, a third jewel for these dudes.
About what?
About the same topic.
I'm saying we kind of going over the same thing, man. You got to like who likes you, right? I mean, because it's all encompassing in you working on yourself. Because when you work on yourself, you care about yourself. When you worried about yourself, you're not worried about her. When you're not worried about her, she starts to worry about you, right? If you worried about the broad, she gonna give you something to worry about. If you're not worried about the broad, she gonna be worried about you. You know what I'm saying?
Like who likes you.
You gotta like who likes you, man. That's the fundamental, man. That's one-on-one, man. I told the story before. 16 years old, my uncle used to take me to the club. Bad little, fine little thing on the dance floor. You know, she playing with me. She acting like she like me. She acting like she don't like me. Yeah. Right? My uncle put his hand on my shoulder. He said, listen, stop looking at that broad that you want and start looking at that funny looking broad in the corner that's looking at you. Right? Because that broad over there, she gonna give you a problem like she already was. That woman over there, she gonna do everything you say. And from there, it changed my paradigm. And that's how I've ran my entire life. That's why I feel like I look younger than I am, because I don't have problems when it comes to women. Why? Not stressing you out. Because how does somebody treat you that holds you in such high esteem, that loves your dirty draws, that sees you as a superstar, whoever their famous crutch is, rapper, actor, how would they treat that person? You think she's looking for problems, or she overlooking problems? You think she's talking back? You think she's getting on his nerves, or you think she's being in pocket, quiet, doing whatever? Yes, daddy, no daddy, right? I'm only looking for a woman who sees me like a superstar. If she don't see me like that, I don't want her, because then everything else is easier. You need game because you chose wrong. You need game because you picked a woman who didn't really like you. So you got to do all these tricks and tips and all of this to keep it together. I'm not doing that. I'm going to spend that time and energy focused on my business, my goals, and my family, right? So therefore, I'm only going to choose a woman who's choosing me heavy, right? And therefore, everything falls into place. I don't got to run game. I don't got to put on an act. I don't got to put on a show. I don't got to act too cool. I don't got to go to dinners every night. I don't got to go on 5-star vacation. I'm dealing with a woman who really just wants to be around me. She thinks I'm a superstar and she'll be in a cardboard box with me.
Come on, man. You know, I really like what you're saying, because I remember maybe like 10 years ago, whatever, I became real cool with some dudes who had like a huge pickup company teaching guys game. And those were like my big brothers, like mentors, the guys who ran the company, because it was doing like 8 figures at the time and shit. They was really killing it. I got a lot of like business game from them. But I remember seeing the stuff they were teaching, like the guys. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself, and because I didn't want to shit on what they were teaching because those were my homies, but I remember thinking to myself, man, I break all these rules and get more pussy than all these niggas. Like I be breaking all these rules. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's because there's a number of reasons, right? But I a lot of the game, is teaching motherfuckers how to pretend to be a real nigga. Yeah, deception. You know what I'm saying? Like deception.
Yeah.
You know,
you can't hold that front up for too long.
You can't.
And then later down the line, the woman is with you, but she done been with you so long, she's attached, she done fell in love. Now she gets an attitude. Now the disrespect come in. Now she's talking to you crazy. And you wonder what happened. Well, she saw that you was a fraud.
She been bamboozled.
Yeah. She saw that you was a fraud, and she should be upset. Right. Yeah. And now you mad that she's talking to you disrespectful. She's disrespecting you because she feels locked in a situation where you got her emotions, or she might be living with you now. So she can't just walk away. So yeah, I see that all the time. Not to mention, this is how I really feel about it. 2 things. One, just pickup works because it's having dudes go out and talk to a lot of girls. So statistically speaking, you're going to catch one. Yeah. If a dude's right now with no pickup walked out and talked to 100 girls, like I used to 100 girls a day, you could say the lamest line, you're going to catch one broad a day. So that's really why it works. Number 2, what I'm never going to do is make the broad that important, that I'm over here doing magic tricks and motherfucking lines that I done practice. I'm never going to, because it makes the broad too important. Yeah. Even if she don't know it, in my mind, I've already built her up to be more important than me. Because are you doing that to somebody who's not more important than you? Yeah. No. So subconsciously, you're already putting her on a pedestal, and you can't lie. Your body is going to give away that she's higher than you because you're doing all this to get her. Who's going to do all that to get something that's on a level? No, you're only doing, and she sees it too. You shucking and jiving, trying too hard, trying to be too charming. She sees it, and all you did was elevate her. And if you elevated her, now she looking down.
Sometimes they'll play with you, for that validation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All day, man. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. If when you see me, you can't recognize what you're looking at, I don't want you, and that's no knock to you. I don't like every woman that I see. Yeah, but I'm only looking for the woman. Listen, I say it all the time. Like in high school, it's a girl in high school. She saw a dude, don't know him from nowhere, just saw him walking. That's her crush. She writing notes to him. She going home dreaming about him. Same with a dude. It's a woman, you don't even know her. You like, oh my goodness, I love her. I'm in love. You don't even know her. Like the Arnold and that Helga, right? Yeah. It's people like that for whatever reason, the chemistry in your brain, whatever. When you see somebody, you just like, damn, that's my bitch or that's my nigga, right? Yeah. I'm only looking for the woman who sees me like that. Yes. Woman can't. I tell women all the time, like, you like me and this shit is cool, but you don't like me enough. She'd be like, I do. I'd be like, but you don't. And we got a cool vibe going on, but I can't fuck with you. You don't like me enough. And it would be very disrespectful to the women who do see me like a superstar. For this woman to only see me like a cool dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm spoiled now. Once you have a woman literally lie, steal, kill, willing to go to jail for you, really bring you big bands and could have ran off with it, but don't, and say, daddy, what you want to do with it? You ain't never going to be able to deal with a broad who just kind of like you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm scarred, but I feel like everybody should be like this because then it raises your standards. Yeah. And then I say it all the time, man, like dudes might look at you and me. I promise you, I did this when I had no money. I promise you I did, because I felt like this because I was in an environment where I saw this, so I thought it was normal. If you make everybody who comes in contact with you treat you at a certain level, I guarantee you're gonna find people who treat you on that level. But you started wrong. You let that broad treat you like nothing. Now you can't push this. You can't push the standard. Now you gotta get a whole nother broad, because how you start is how you finish. That's a big fact, man. That's a big fact. Yo, let's get into some super chats real quick. Triple G.
We have Sergio
coming through Brandon. With 50. What up? Shout out to you, bruh. What up?
I want to get into online training, but need 4 to 5 months to get in shape. Should I start with your high ticket program to help document my journey, or wait until I'm in shape? Long term,
Nah,
I'd
don't
love
wait,
to become a
I'm sorry.
mindset coach like Goldie.
Yo, listen, homie, don't wait. What you need to do is you need to start now, right? And because it will take some time for you to learn the business and get everything set up, right? But we actually, people join HTT and they might not be in the best shape, right? And what we teach is a protocol how you can make money off of your own transformation, right? So you start that we teach them how to kind of document the process, and there's a specific protocol for this, right? But I'll give you the cliff notes. You start documenting the process, right? Of you training, of you getting in shape, your diets, right? Boom. And then people start to see that over time. Like people who are following you right now, they'll start to see that, man. It's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's doing. And they start, it becomes like a story. And some motherfuckers is watching to see if you fail. Some motherfuckers is watching to see what happens. Then what happens when you start really making progress, motherfuckers start getting excited. They start feeling the shit. They start cheering you on. Then they get inspired. And then once you get into the shape you want to get, boom, you're like, all right, listen, you guys want to learn how I did this? Holler at me, and I'll walk you through it, and I can train you so you can get in the same shape too. And what happens is that's such a powerful protocol, man, because it's believable.
No, that's for sure.
You know, some motherfuckers, right? Some motherfuckers look at me and be like, it's unattainable.
Yep. Oh man, I was just gonna say the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? But if they literally watch you, and you got the whole shit documented,
man, that's actually better than jumping out when it's like, man, I say that shit all the time, man. Don't stop. People want to see. It's believable.
They want to see that.
I tell somebody something, they be like, whatever. But if they saw you, and then you can help somebody easier because you were just where they were. I'm so far removed from them struggles, it's hard for me to relate. Man, just do it. It ain't that hard. Yeah. But you were just there. You remember the inner struggles and the mental that you had to go through. So you can actually help them better when they know that you was right there.
That's
a couple months ago.
And you can, and also you can speak their language. Because, you know, I've trained a lot of people who are overweight and helped them get in shape, right? Like hundreds, maybe thousands at this point, right? And initially, when I first started, I didn't really know what it was like to be a fat nigga, right? So like I couldn't speak their language. I didn't understand. Like you saying, you're so far removed. I was never even there, right? So I had to train a bunch of them to kind of understand the psychology, and there's nuances. There's stuff that overweight people experience that they don't talk about all the time. You know, that feeling when they got to go to the beach, or they got to go to the fucking.
We don't even think about it.
I'm excited to take my shirt off, but they had this thing, you know, or you know. So I mean, I've had guys and women tell me it's like they get out the shower and maybe I see the mirror, might start crying. Right, that's not shit they would say publicly.
Hey, you know what? I added 2 cents when I started coaching. Right, it was such a benefit. If I'd have waited till I was good, I would have never did it. Me putting myself out there, showing people I was doing it, gave me accountability to stay on top of it. Because people watching, people start giving you good comments, so it makes you keep going. So just the fact of putting yourself out there gives you accountability that you wouldn't have if you were just waiting.
That's another part, right? You get that accountability from other people, and you got more incentive. Like one of the reasons why, like I'm 42 and I'm still in good shape. Because I'm financially incentivized to do it, right? If I was just a regular, if it didn't,
100%.
You know what I'm saying? If it didn't affect my income, I probably wouldn't be as diligent.
I think the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? So if you know that this is a money-making opportunity, you get into shape, you're doing it because you're going to build your business off the back of you getting in shape. Then you're more likely to get in shape.
Like if you really want to lose weight, you should start doing fitness coaching, because that would be the biggest motivator for you to stick with it for real.
Ain't nothing.
You ain't never lied.
The homie, one of the guys I coach, man, he's one of my best dudes. He made like 500,000 last year, right? Just online coaching. The homie, Corey Armstrong, right?
Dude with the curly hair.
Nah, this other dude, Corey Armstrong, man. He got popular on YouTube, man. He got
500,000 hours off the coaching.
Just coaching, homie. Just coaching. But I remember it was like this dude. So I remember it was like 20. It might have been 2020. And it was 2021. And he had been with me for a year, and he was doing like 5K a month. Every once in a while he did 10, but like he never. Then he would go back down to 5, and I was like, "Yo, Corey, man, if you really want to make money, get more ripped." Because he didn't really have abs. He looked okay. Yeah. So but he was still making 5 to 10K a month, looking okay. And I was like, "Yo, Corey, get fucking ripped. Get a 6-pack, homie. Get ripped." So you start taking your shirt off, and then he did that, and he he went on this he went on a super extreme diet, got raised in shape. He actually did the protocol we were telling about. He documented him getting in good shape.
Oh,
and then he had hit a record month.
Yeah.
And never went under 10K since then.
Man,
you
that's
know,
what's up. Hey, that's the blueprint right there. You just gave it to him.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And but he knows that he really saw, I get in better shape, I make more money.
More money. That's a huge motivator.
So it's a huge motivator, man. Yeah.
For real.
Let's go. What else we got?
We have JV. I remember seeing that in Iraq, except they were fully clothed from head to toe and literally shackled instead of on a leash. LOL, shaking my head. He's talking about.
Yo, is that some shit that be happening in the Middle East? Yo, a shout out to that $10 though. But Nima, you from the Middle East? You grew up there. That's the home. That's the motherland. Is that some shit you would see?
I have not seen that, to be honest.
You've not seen it. All right, man. Maybe he's just all right, cool, man.
You gotta ask them. Did they put the shackles on themselves, man? I don't think so. I think it's a little different.
Can they drive? Can women drive in Iraq?
I'm not from Iraq. I'm from Iran.
But I figure like you might. I know what can happen in Canada, right? You know.
I don't know Iraq. I haven't been, to be honest, but I assume they should be able to.
Is
drive.
it close? Is it adjacent to it?
Yeah,
right?
they're adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a war for like 8 years between.
Oh, y'all used to fight each other?
They used to, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but
who won?
I mean, they just gave up.
They gave up. That's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. All right. We fucked them up too. We fucked them up too, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. What else? We ain't want to fuck with Iran though. If Iran says I'm crazy, but hey man, it's all good.
Yeah. Act like they ain't seen that.
Hey man, we ain't see. Hey, listen, do your thing, brother. That's a formidable military y'all got over there. All right, what else?
We have Hombre Lobo, respect.
Yo, same man.
We have CC Jazz. Triple G, the one and only, just want to say, keep doing what you're doing. You've elevated my mindset and the concept of self-love. Big love from Philippines.
From the Philippines.
Man.
That's what's up.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, homie.
Appreciate the love.
All right, man. So listen, Goldie.
Yes, sir.
You were originally from Sacramento, right?
Sacramento,
yeah.
916.
Yeah, I got family over there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't fuck with them, though. You know what happened? I got an older sister, man, and like she yelled at me once, and it was like, and I was like, I don't need this shit.
Hey, man, I feel the same way, man.
But her son is cool. I should holler at him, Lil Rob. He's a cool nigga. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him. He's still out there in Sacktown.
That's funny. Yeah.
What's it been like? How long you been living in Miami?
It's just been a year and 10 days.
Oh my, you kind of wait for
a year and 10 days.
Yeah. How a year and 10 days? Damn. So how's it been? You spent a year. Give me your review of Miami, man.
Oh man, it's the most growth I've had, almost in life being out here in Miami. Really just the fact that I just moved out here with my son. I got full custody of my son, so got no family out here, nobody. So it's like I jumped out here trying to do this content shit. Mm-hmm. So it really put my back against the wall and forced me to really go hard. And it's the biggest growth quantum leap I've had from the beginning of the year to right now. I tell people all the time too, sometimes you got to put your back against the wall. I'm a lazy individual at heart
by nature.
So I have to put myself in uncomfortable situations for me to stretch. Otherwise, I'm gonna start coasting. But yeah, Miami, I love everything about Miami. It's motivational getting up in the morning and seeing the view, the water. Everybody out here worked out. You see people riding Bugattis, dudes like you out here, millionaires, everybody trying to network, everybody trying to come together, all the content creators. So man, this was a place for me. I love Miami.
Man, same. I get a question that I get all the time, and I like to hear your perspective is how do you what they ask me is, man, how do you live in Miami and avoid the lifestyle? I guess what they mean is the perception of Miami. This is just all party, drugs, hoes, and shit like that. Like, what's your perception of that?
I mean, it's just like you said, man. Like, it's an entire city. Everything, man. You go 10 minutes up that way, man, it look regular. Go 20, 45 minutes, man, it's a regular suburb, that don't look too good. So it ain't that hard. If you that type of person, then you'll get wrapped up into it wherever you at, because every city there's a party scene. Yeah. And listen, A lot of you talking about you gonna get wrapped up in the party scene, man. You ain't got enough money to get wrapped up in the party scene. You know how much it costs. You know how much it. Man, listen, I spend $1,000 a day just going out of Miami, just from valet to food to hookah. You go a couple places, man, $1,000 a day just to pop out. So you talking about you finna get wrapped up in it? Most of you couldn't if you wanted to.
What's the most you spend in one night?
In one night. Probably not that much. I probably spend like $5-6 grand.
Yeah, that's me, like $6 grand.
You know, there's dudes out here spending 30,000, 50,000. Yeah, I'll be like, you know, and even when I spend them fives, I'll be like, man, you're an idiot.
I was like, yo, you know, it was something for like my team, employees and shit like that a long time ago. But so I ain't feel bad about it. It wasn't like just it was like something to. You know, just the enthusiasm for the team, you know.
I mean, you know, that money comes back. But, you know, I don't do that often, you know. But if people is out here, you know, you got to campaign proper, though. People watching, you know, if you pop out, you got to pop out right. That's why I don't pop out that much. Because if you ain't popping out right, if you in the club and you ain't got the right bottles, if you at the strip club and you know, so if I ain't going to pop out right, I'd rather just not pop out.
I know what campaigning means.
Yeah,
but explain to him what campaigning means.
Campaigning, you know, just like a president. He goes city to city, state to state, campaigning, putting his flag on the ground, letting them know what you about. That's what I do. I got the gold Rolls Royce. Tell them about the new one. Y'all gonna see it in a minute. Wait. But you know, when you campaign, you know, sometimes I'll just drive my car. I have a girl. I'll say, hey, go drive my car to Brickell, park it in valet in the front. Uber on back. And we just gonna leave it out there, let people see my name on the side of the car. You know, when I go out, I'm wearing my stuff. When I'm at the club, I make sure they bring the signs with my name on it. That's a campaign. You know, you have to be somebody. Attention equals money, right? So if nobody knows you, it's gonna be hard to get some money. So wherever I go, I campaign. I know how to campaign. Man, you see the gold car. I know, and I think a lot of people don't know how to campaign the right way.
Yeah,
you know?
No. So, you know, back to that question, you know, I think it's like you attract what you are.
Yeah.
So if you're a type of motherfucker who participates in debauchery, right, you're gonna attract more of that. But if you're somebody who focused, you're gonna find that, right? So, but people don't know about Miami. You don't live here. There's like a lot of motherfuckers go to church and shit. Like church is real popular. And like, you know, there's like the gym culture, fitness.
You're gonna see what you are.
You're gonna see what you are,
that's
man.
What you into. That's what you're gonna be wrapped into. If you into something else, those are the people that you're gonna network with and things of that nature. But I will say this though, because we can't completely act like some of you dudes will come out here and fuck your life up. Because you know why? Because you have not mastered the area of women. And when you see these beautiful, fine Latinas out here, you know, and they want to invite you to this, and then they asking you to do this with them and that with them and things you wouldn't normally do, because you haven't mastered yourself, you're going to indulge because you're going to feel like, man, I can't say no to this broad. And that's why it's so important to have yourself in check, to be able to tell a broad, no, I ain't drinking. No, I don't do drugs. And still be able to stand firm, even if she going to walk out the door behind it, because a lot of dudes won't. And a lot of dudes got drug habits right now behind the broad. Lamar Odom, he tell a story. Man, this nigga grown as hell getting hooked on drugs, right? And it's a terrible thing. But he said it was behind a woman. He was good one night and she asked and he was like, fuck it. And you see what happened. And it's stories like that a lot of people don't tell. They were influenced because they weren't strong enough. That's why you got to work on yourself. Self-love says, I'm going to do me and I don't need validation from this person. If it's not something I do, then I'm not going to do it. So self-love helps in your whole area of life.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's like the frequency thing, man. Like, you know, whatever frequency you tap in, you're going to attract more.
100%.
Most of my friends don't drink.
Yeah.
Don't do no recreational drugs.
You know, and I love it.
No bullshit.
I love that when I go out with people who don't drink too, because then it's like, now I don't gotta do the rigmarole of you ain't drinking. No, I ain't drinking tonight. Why you don't drink? Oh man, because it's poison. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? That's not a big issue with me, because I just say, because you know what you said, I'm not drinking tonight.
Yeah.
If you would have said, no, I don't drink.
Yeah.
They'll drop that shit. You know. But it's because you recently stopped drinking.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I'm
not used to it.
And I fell out a couple times, you know, man, you know, it was sometimes. I think the last time I fell off and I was like, oh, this is the last time I've fallen off. I lost some $10,000 glasses. And I'm like, you know what? That was God telling me. Yep. I'm done.
Yeah. You know, I stopped. You know, it was easy for me to stop. I stopped drinking about 10 years ago, but I wasn't drinking that much before that, just because, without going into too much detail, before that, I really slowed down because, how do I say this the right way? There was the lifestyle I was in. I had to be on my toes, a little more vigilant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to be more vigilant. And so that really just kind of slowed down the drinking and all that stuff, just because I need to have my wits about me and make sure I stay sharp. But then one day, I just, like 10 years ago, I was like, you know what, man, I'm just not gonna do this no more.
Yeah, man. Like for me, it's like I don't even like drinking.
Yeah.
Like when I would drink, it would be because it's 2 a.m. and I'm here and I'm tired. Red Bull ain't doing it for me. So it was like I was drinking just to stay up, and then you got all the bad effects of it. Then I started realizing, like, this is when I really had the realization. I'm like, I'm done drinking. When I would stop drinking for periods of time, and I would go to the club, and I said, I don't want to be here. And I said, it's not that I don't want to be here because I don't have alcohol. I don't want to be here because it's not fun. Yeah. And I don't realize that when I'm drinking. So why the fuck do I keep going to places that I don't have fun in? Yeah. If I'm not drinking, I'm in my right mind, I say, I don't want to be here. Nothing about this appeals to me. So when I said, ain't no way I'm gonna keep going somewhere that clearly I don't want to be, just and put some alcohol in my system, and then I can enjoy myself. So and there's too many downsides, like especially when you're working out. And then I found with myself, I don't know if I've never heard anybody say this, but when I drink, I feel it's harder to go to the gym the next day. Oh, yeah. It's harder to hit it's like I'm all the way demotivated, and it takes a week to get back to the point where I'm super sharp and locked in. I'm like, I don't like that.
100%. And now some people can function where you have examples. Some people function and enjoy it. That's not me. And I got to work it. I got to do what's best for me. No, so if you can fucking get drunk and that's your shit, then go for it. Probably not. But if somebody can, then go for it.
And let me tell you too. And that's why I feel like, this game shit matters a lot because it's a lot of dudes with drug habits and who are alcoholics right now because they need validation from other people. They can't be themselves around a woman. So every time that woman comes over, you got to drink, you got to smoke. If she wasn't there, you wouldn't do that. But you can't tell her, no, I don't want to do that because you're not comfortable in your own skin because you don't love yourself. So you have to do these things. So a lot of dudes pick up a lot of vices just on the fact that they don't got that part right.
Or to have enough confidence to talk to the girl. That shit too.
Exactly. And if you always leaning on something atrophy, you're going to get weak in that area. Now you're always going to have to use that to talk to women. So, that's why I feel like, man, you need all these areas of life. And if you don't get that part, man, you're not going to have a great life because the quality of your life, I would say, is going to be based majorly on the quality of your relationships. So even if you got the money, if you don't know how to handle a woman the right way and like you and those type of things, you have a whole bunch of money and still be miserable.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of people do it out of pressure because I can see it. Because if somebody's like, they ask a question, how do you not drink when you're around friends, or how do you deal with the pressure? Exactly. And I'm like,
you don't love yourself enough. I don't notice
it, or I don't give a fuck.
You don't love yourself enough because you're looking for outside validation. Yeah. If you really love yourself, I don't drink, and that just be the end of the things. But it's one of these things. Like a lot of these dudes as well don't really like who they with. Since you met her, every time you got together, you were drinking and smoking. You were in an altered state. What you don't realize is, and what I think subconsciously a lot of these dudes kind of feel like is, if I stop drinking and smoking, she's not going to like me because I'm a boring person without it. Yeah. And she met me like that. So every time I get with her, we have to do that. So you be with somebody 3-6 months. Every time y'all got together, y'all went to dinner and was drinking, or you went to the club and did this. Do you even know that person? Do you even like that person? Do they even like you when you're no longer intoxicated or on these other drugs?
Do they like you? That's the thing. Because one thing you will notice if you stop drinking, that it's I don't want to say harder. It's not as easy to get pussy because the chicks ain't gonna want to drink by themselves. Yeah. So you be out with a girl and she won't drink too.
Exactly.
But that's cool. That's better, right? Because if she ends up really choosing you sober, that means she really likes you.
Exactly.
But instead of just, I was drunk, and then she can rationalize that away.
And then it's gonna be a long-term thing. Yeah. Instead of you putting on this act that you put on when you drink, and she fell in love with that, not actually you. Then you stop drinking, and then she realized, I don't really like you that much. She don't realize it's because you were never that person. Yeah. I'd rather. That's why I told you last time, like, I'm more abrasive than I actually am. So if a woman accepts it, then once I chill back, I know I got her for life. Yeah. So that's why that pickup isn't good. I would like to see statistics on these dudes who do pickup. There's no way they can have a long-term relationship with these women because you're playing a game. That's exactly why I don't want to play a game.
I know some pickup dudes who are married. So to the point, I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on the homies, because one good thing they did, they were the first dudes. It's real social dynamics. I'm all right, so but they were the first dudes I saw in the male self-improvement space who were talking about not drinking.
Oh, okay.
They were the first ones I heard talk about, because they was like, nah, it's a crutch. You talking to the women.
Okay, that's good.
And that was the very first. They were the very first dudes I saw.
Right there.
Yeah.
That's a great tip.
Like no drinking, no alcohol. I mean, no recreational drugs. It was Owen Cook. He was one of the first dudes.
Oh yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah, that's the big homie. And But at the same time, I would still be like, man, I'd be breaking all these rules. And I remember thinking that, like, not the drinking and shit, but like all the rules they had. But then I realized the guys they were talking to were like so far.
Yeah. I mean, I do think it's good if you putting people on a protocol to talk to multiple women. It's just like sales. You get more comfortable doing it. You know, I did that back in the day. I would talk.
Bro, I did it in college too. In college, I remember I would have to introduce. Yeah, I went to military school. I got sent away to military school for high school. Yeah. I got in a lot of trouble.
You feel like that's why you're so disciplined now?
Nah, because if it was, the reason I say that, because if it was, everybody would be from it, right? Like I'm the only person who turned out like this. Yeah, the other motherfuckers is fat or whatever. Really, you know what it's come from? Is my mom used to wake me up at like 5:30. Yeah, and we walk in the snow to preschool when I was little. Yeah. And I didn't see my dad a whole lot, even though he lived with me, because he was working so hard. Yeah. He lived with us, but he was working so much. I didn't see him a lot when I was real little. And their work ethic, I think that's really my parents. If it was one thing, I was lucky I had good parents. And they was, even though we was in the hood, they, you know, bro, I was about to tell the story, but we gonna take a derailment. Even though I grew up in the hood in Chicago. Yeah. On the south side, like, you know.
Yeah, you already know. Serious.
Well, I got sent away to military school, and you know, my dad had been working on his business struggle. I mean, working super hard, man. To the fact, like we had a great relationship, but I didn't see him all the time, right? Because he was busy. And when around my junior year of high school, sophomore, junior year, around that time, he just started to blow up. Finally, like we're talking about 16, 17 years of hustling.
You saw that.
I saw that
long term.
Yeah. And by the time I graduated from high school, he was making $3 million a year. Damn. If you adjust that for inflation, right? Because that was in 2000. That's $8 million a year, right? And then I was like, oh, so that's what happens. You work hard for a fucking decade and a half, you become a millionaire. Man. But check this out. This is what really made me more disciplined. He started indulging in the fruits of his labor. And he fucking lost it all by the time I graduated from college. So I didn't even. I knew it happened. Whoa, yeah,
that's better than any book that you could read.
So I knew it happened, but I didn't experience it, right? Because I was going at military school, then I was going at college. Yeah. And by the time I'm done with college, all the money's gone, and then this nigga kills himself. Damn. So I saw, discipline gets you there, and lack of discipline fucks everything up. Damn. So it's just kind of like, be discidiplined.
Damn, that's a cold ass story, guys. Damn,
that's real shit. You know, I think about it all the time. I really never told nobody this. Well, maybe I haven't said it like this, but I'm so reluctant to raise my standard of living. Yeah, because I think there's a little bit of fear. Yeah, because I saw what he started going crazy.
Nah, that's damn near traumatizing. Like
a little bit of trauma. So it's like I'm super. It may look like I spend a lot of money, but I live way below my means. Damn. Like I'm super reluctant to raise my standard of living because there's a little bit of like I just nigga ain't no amount of money you can't fuck up.
You know, they had 100 millionaires fuck their bag.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no amount of money you can't fuck up with the wrong if you let the discipline slip.
Damn, no, that's called it. That makes sense now. Why you so disciplined?
Yeah, like it's that. Watching his come up and his downfall.
Nah, that's deep. Yeah, do a whole masterclass on that shit right there.
Listen, man. I don't know. But what I was saying, it was all boys military school. Then I went to Howard. Yeah. And I was like, I need to get good at talking with girls because most motherfuckers at least speak to girls in high school. Yeah. I didn't speak to none. Yeah. Right. So I was like, I would introduce myself to like 5 girls a day. Oh, okay. Just to introduce, not trying to fuck them or nothing, just trying to be
because
how do you talk to girls?
Right? It makes you more comfortable being able to talk to people, comfortable in your own skin.
But that really like bode well for me because then I became like, I know all these people.
Yeah, that's for sure.
It was dope.
That's for sure.
What was we talking about before that?
We was talking about how to pick up. You don't want to shit on to pick up.
Oh yeah, them is my niggas, and I learned a lot of good business shit from them. Because Owen was like a mentor of mine, like a big bro. And I guess those guys, when I think about those guys, like really needed it because I remember I'd go to their events and it'd be. Yeah. Nah, these niggas. Let's start from the Let's start from the bottom. Because that shit would be looking like Revenge of the Nerds in that bitch. Man.
I believe it. I used to live in Vegas, so I used to see there's a lot of dudes who were doing those seminars out there, and they'll unleash them dudes after a club let out.
I understand. Because I thought, it's just dudes trying to optimize, trying to get as good as. Like, nah.
The basics.
Sometimes it'd be stinking in there. It's like, oh man, we got to start with the basics, like bathe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's wild.
You
That's
know?
wild.
But people, it's different, you know. Anyway, what's the best part about living in Miami right now since you've been here?
Oh man, the best part about living in Miami to me is the water and the city. You know, it kind of
Word.
feel like you got the best of both worlds. You live by the water, but at the same time, you in a big city and it don't get cold like New York. So it's like, to me, it's the best place to be.
Yeah.
That on top of, you know, just the motivation, man. When you see, that's like
a
me,
fact.
like I got to be inspired when I see dudes riding in Bugattis and everybody's in a Lambo. It brings your level of standing, man. In my old building, like you'll see like 20 colonists.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like, that's what I need to see every day. It pushes your standard. I got the rate. I'm like, oh, this is old ass shit. Let me get something new, you know. But if you know, in another city, oh, you big dog, you know. So it forces your level of standards up, you know. And because it's hot often, the women is all a lot of them in shape. All the dudes is jacked. So it's like another standard. Shit, I can't just come in looking. However, I got to step it up.
In shape when you come to Miami.
Exactly.
Man.
So it's just it like forces a level up. Everything about it.
Yeah.
Like I'll probably, no matter where I live, I'll always have a place in Miami.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. New York does some of that, right? Because this is some real. I mean, New York got the highest concentration of billionaires.
I thought it changed to Miami. No,
nah, no, Miami's small.
Yeah.
Like Miami Miami only has 400,000 people. New York has 8 million.
Right. And a lot of people from New York got a house here for the tax purposes.
Yeah. So it's like, so New York can do that, but it ain't as in your face as Miami.
Not because you can't even really drive in New York like that.
I think it's more concentrated.
The
money's more concentrated. So 10% of Miami's population are millionaires.
Yeah. Oh wow.
You know,
that's huge.
10%.
Damn.
Right. So that means it's just about that's 40,000. Right, 40,000 millionaires in a pretty small city.
Damn,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, I mean, I always say proximity is power, man. You know, you get around people, it's gonna force the level up. So I always go where the money is.
Yeah,
I was gonna move to New York. Actually, I was just fuck it. I need to level up in my life. I was literally gonna move Upper East Side. I'm like, just move there. But one of my good friends, he was like, "Nah, come here. You ain't gonna want to be in New York." And that was the best decision I ever made. New
York is dope, man. Honestly, I loved it, man. Yeah. I was living on the Upper West Side for like mad long, 72nd and Broadway. It was fucking. I loved it. The taxes drove me out of,
man,
you know,
I'm trying to tell
fucking
you.
taxes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, fuck, I ain't paying no state income tax. And you was living in Cali, so you already know.
Retarded.
Yeah, so we had to do everything. You know, my girl's from the east side of New York. Gross over my fault. The east side. He's from the lower east side.
I don't even.
Yeah, I don't even know. Right? We had to snatch her out the hood, man. Listen, we had to take her out the ghetto streets to the hotel suite.
You met her in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Had to take it from riding the train to first class on the plane, man. Take it from the 9 to 5 to the time of a life.
You know what I'm talking about? You know, that's what we do. we bless them. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be with us.
The Lower East Side is a nice area.
No, she had to pop in on that one. She better
you and her.
Soho.
This is like I went to a crib, man. It was like I see motherfucking graffiti gang shit around. Like, oh my God,
turn around,
like, yeah, man. It was like, man, I'm gonna have to shoot myself out of here.
She said, "That's art."
Am I gonna have to shoot my way out of this bitch? You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's cool. You ever see yourself leaving
Miami?
Yeah.
If I leave Miami, like I said, I always have a place here. But you know, Dubai, you know, that's it's only because my son is in school, and you know, it's just a lot of logistics moving that around.
Yeah.
But I love Dubai too. But Miami is like a mini Dubai. But you know, I'm places everywhere. You know, I don't see myself ever being in one place, man. I'm too big for that.
I feel that. I feel that. I really like Miami, man. I wasn't sure if I was like it, man. But like, why is Dubai? Why would people be so hype about Dubai? You know, as an American, you still got to pay taxes unless you renounce your citizenship.
They still make you pay your taxes here.
Yeah, if you still a citizen and you live in Dubai, you still got to pay taxes. And
even if you start your business over there,
100%. In the UK, they get away with that. The motherfuckers from UK, they can get away with that. Or Canada, one of my mentors. Dune Magellan, he told me he did like 50 million in his business last year. It's called Bio Optimizers, a supplement company. He was one of my top mentors, and he moved to Panama because there's no like tax extradition for Canadian citizens. You know what I'm saying? So like he can get away. I don't think he pays no taxes. You know, because he doesn't.
I need the lifestyle a little bit better than that.
But New York, I mean, so if you go all the way to Dubai, you still got to pay U.S. taxes. So what's the other benefits?
Man, I mean, have you been?
Nah, I never been.
Man, Dubai is just beautiful, man. It feel like you living in the future. The roads is clean, everything is clean. You don't see no homeless people out there.
They kill them.
Don't have me talking bad about Dubai on the street. They might not let me come back.
Yeah,
but no, man, it's beautiful out there. Like they have the most extravagant, most beautiful things. Like regular hotels that cost $150 a night look like the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah,
like it's just beautiful. They take care of everything, you know, and because of the laws are so strict. Man, you can leave your cars, you can leave your car unlocked. Everybody's polite and cordial with each other. I mean, it's just a luxury that I like. Everything there is like 10-star.
I heard you get arrested for cursing in public.
You know, it's a lot of misconceptions. Like they say you can't, if you're a woman, you can't wear skirts. I'll be at the club, it'd be women doing all types of stuff. So I think, you know, that's more for the people who live there. If you're a tourist coming there, they really let you do whatever.
Yeah, because they need that tourist money.
Yeah, for sure.
They need that tourist money. All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I've never been there, so maybe I gotta experience.
Man, I'm telling you, everybody who hasn't been there, they got all these. When I first went there, the moment I was there, I was like, "Oh, propaganda! Y'all out here trying to make us not want to go here." It's nothing like they try to make it seem like. And then when you come back here from there, you be like, "This is peasantry around here." I swear. As soon as you touch down, man, you get a little depressed. Like, what is this? You know, I promise you got to visit.
All right. Does your son like Miami?
He loves Miami.
Yeah,
he loves the water. You know, he loves we in the middle of a big city.
He
would come and visit me in Sacramento, but now that he's with me all the time, like he loves everything about Miami.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. What are schools like here?
He goes to a charter school, so it's pretty good. Cool. They got a top of the line like gym and extracurricular activities. So I like the school he goes to. I'll probably put him in something super private later, but right now I don't know what the public schools is like, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What else you working on, man? What kind of projects you got popping?
Man, you know, I'm really just doubling down, you know, getting my podcast, you know, really doing more. Cause you know, I was doing a run. I was on everybody podcast, but now I'm gonna start bringing it back and really start doing mine on a regular. You know, I'm still doing, you know, pumping out different courses, different guides, you know, my fitness thing going, you know, macros, everything like that. So really, man, I'm just building this brand and just trying to put it in their face as much as possible, because I feel like the message that I'm spitting, some people need to hear.
Yeah, I think you need to build your own platform.
Yeah,
man. I'm
gonna take heed of that.
Yeah, I think people want to see that platform, man. Because I seen you talking to the homie Pimpin' Ken, and what did y'all did? Was that his podcast?
No, we just went to a studio
and just chopped it up.
Yeah, just chopped it up.
Yeah, but I think you need your own platform.
Yeah, no, I'm doing it. I just got the new spot, so I'm gonna build that out. I'm gonna holler at Nima, you know, see if he come help me out with that.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, Nima put this shit together.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to work this shit. Homie.
Oh, okay. See,
like,
I'm the same way. You start getting online Googling, it's like, man, I ain't finna do all that.
So sometimes I'll do some shit on my own where I'll like it just be me and I'll answer questions and I'll let them jump on and ask me questions. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. But I'll be fumbling around that motherfucker, man. But here, man, I can just all I got to do is be like, I got watch this. Nima, watch this. How cold Nima is. Did you do it?
Nah, he
lagged the wrong one.
You put him on the spot.
He's nice, man.
You put him on the spot.
My fault, man. I didn't mean to do that. I just thought I was trying to show them how dope you is, man. I think we got a super chat.
Elias says, "Yo, Brandon, I'm 16 and I'm set on becoming an online trainer. Which one of your programs can I join? Also, what advice would you give waking up early?"
You can't join them. We only mess with adults. Like you got to be over 8. You got to be like over 18. No drizzy. You know what I'm saying? You can't really I'm fucking around. But you got to be an adult. But at the same time, right now, you can download. You know, anybody wants to learn more about training, you can learn about it. Start getting your beak wet with that shit, Pulse. You just in the link in the description, there's something called the 10 Commandments of Online Training. You should click on that. You can learn more about, just learn about the game. Like you can't work with us because you're too young, but it's all good, man. You're gonna be all right. Just holler at us in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And but right now, just keep doing what you're thinking. As far as getting up early, man, go to sleep early, brother. Like it's really that simple.
Yeah.
Go to sleep early.
Yeah, stop scrolling on YouTube, going down a rabbit hole at 12 at night.
Yeah, you can't listen, man. You know, if you see one. there was a time I was waking up at 4:30 every day, but I was going to sleep at like 9:30, 10. You know, when I went out to wake up at 4:30.
What time do you go to sleep now?
Right now, because you know the podcast is what really like changed things because we end this at 9, so it's hard to be sped by 9:30.
Yeah.
So I go to sleep 10:30, 11 at the latest. Right?
What time you waking up?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah,
Day?
I push it back down. Yeah. I mean, no. Now here's the thing. I can tell when I need more sleep.
Okay.
Right. So I'll listen to my body. I can tell there's a difference between I just want to sleep in and no, I need more sleep.
Yeah.
Is you know,
you
I
ever
know
crash
the
out
difference.
during the day sometimes and just got to get a nap?
Oh yeah, I'll do
nap.
that shit. Yeah, I'll take a nap, man.
No, I'm talking about one of them where you can't control it. Like,
oh no, I can always control it.
Yeah.
But I took a nap today, man.
Okay.
I took a 20-minute nap. It was
20-minute nap.
Yeah. I'm good at sleeping, so I can fall asleep in like under 5 minutes. My Oura ring tells me.
Damn.
So
man,
like
I got an Oura ring been sitting in my backpack for like 7 months. I ain't put it on.
Well, you got different rings.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to my jeweler and I was like, yo, man, can you ice this shit out?
You know, they got one. They sell one like that with diamonds on it.
Do they?
Yeah, but I just do it myself.
Yeah, yeah, and they got a Gucci one too, but it looked kind of feminine. It looked kind of feminine, right? But I didn't want to get it because I don't take it off to like look at this shit. I fuck it off. I lift weights in it.
Oh,
so
you do everything.
I don't take it off. I only take it off to charge it. So, but you could, but if you wanted to just sleep in it or ice it out to sleep in it. But like if you wanted to wear it, I asked my guys like, yo, could I put fucking like pave diamonds on this shit? He's like, yeah, man.
Oh, he said, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I can do it.
I might have to be the first to do it.
You might be the first.
So you really track all of yours, everything.
This is how I track my calories that I burn each day. This is how I track the calories. Calories I burn. So I track my.
Didn't
my
they
sleep.
come out with a newer version of that?
They do. This is the version 2. They on version 4 now, but 2 still. I mean,
he said that's all I need.
Good. Yeah, you know, like I think the battery lasts longer or some shit, but this
I'm trying to upsell you some shit you don't need.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know if I need it. My girl got the new one because hers fucked up. So she said the battery life is way better. She's telling me right now. I do have to charge this.
That's a beautiful thing. You know, I'm just assuming that she probably wasn't on top of no Oura ring type stuff till she met you.
Man, her sleep was crazy.
Okay, I didn't want to just jump out there and say it, but you see the benefit of the type of man you are, that when a woman gets around you, you make her better in all these areas she probably wasn't even thinking about. That's to these dudes right here, man. Women love that when you can teach her something, show her something new, give her some books, give her an Oura ring, tell her she need to get her sleep on track, her diet, her schedule. Man, women are attracted to that.
Yeah, and you know, the cool thing about my girls, like I didn't like force it upon her, right? Like you know, I'm strict with myself and I'm lenient with others. Yeah. Right. So I'll be around people drinking sometimes, you know, like do whatever you want, man. I don't care. Eating candy, cake. I'm not trying to scold motherfuckers, right? I'm strict with myself and I'm lenient with others. But what happens is when you start leveling up, motherfuckers want to get on that page.
Yeah, because you make them feel bad without saying nothing. You waking up at 5 a.m. It's hard for her to sleep till 11. She's gonna start feeling some type of way. I would say too, like at your level right now, you know, you could have a woman who wasn't disciplined, but I feel like for a lot of guys, if you're not disciplined, you can't have a woman who's not disciplined because it's just it's already hard enough as it is to be disciplined. If you got another person who's trying to give you a way out, trying to tell you, let's go eat bad, it's going to be a lot harder. I say you got to get there first and have the habits locked in. Then you can have any type of woman. Because on my grind up, man, it took me so long because every woman around me wasn't disciplined like that. You know, you become like the people you're around, and niggas don't take into account. Come on,
that
say it.
Women
say it.
It's the women.
Come on.
They know. Everyone knows you become like people around, but nobody thinks
about these
fucking hoes.
Listen, and you be with them the most because they live with you.
Yeah,
you know.
Nobody thinks about the bitches.
Yeah, and she got the most pull on you because you know you with your friends. You might suggest a restaurant. When it's your woman, she's gonna be the one always said, "Let's go here to eat. Let's do this. Let's eat out. Let's do this." So it's like. You know, women love to eat. So that's going to be your main source of advice if the women ain't on your same page.
Yeah. And so what I tell people, man, is especially young dudes, like you got to, not only you got to be careful about hanging around loser dudes. You know, you can't be around losers. You can't be around motherfuckers who want some bullshit, but the women too.
Man, and I'll say this, like most women are losers, and not to say it in a bad way, but to just say they're not required to be like men. You don't see too many homeless women. You see them, but you know why?
Because you have a serious drug problem to be homeless. Like,
hey, because there's some man out there who's gonna take care of her.
Yeah.
Listen, they even got the women's shelter. I ain't never heard of no dudes shelter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, with men and kids shelter. You know what I'm saying? We saw the pursuit of happiness. You know what I'm saying? You sleeping in the bathroom. So what I'm saying is it's not required. So therefore, they're not as motivated to be on top of their shit. So a lot of women are losers, and that loser energy is going to drag you down because you know you're trying to wake up early. You know you're trying to be in the gym. You know you're trying to not drink. But every time she come over, she want to sleep in. She want to, you at the gym again. We can't go out to eat. We can't go. So that right there, if you don't have that in check and you can't tell that woman no, and most of you don't tell that woman no because you know when you tell her no, she's not going to deal with you because she don't like you. She like the lifestyle.
Like you work too much. You do this too much. You know what I'm saying? Bitch.
Yeah. You know, you better get in the gym with me.
Yeah.
You know, and I say it like this, like, because I'm always growing and evolving, I'm giving my women books. I'm giving them business books if they do business because I want her to grow with me. Because I'll tell every woman from experience, either you grow with me or I'm going to outgrow and leave you.
They're gonna grow apart
because I'm not going to allow you to hold me back. I was with women before and it wasted a decade of my life. As soon as I got rid of these women, my life went up. I said I'll never do that again. So either you're gonna read these books and level up with me together, or I'm gonna outgrow you. And I grow pretty at a voracious pace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, that's a fact, man. You know, she's either that's funny you say that. I could be with somebody who's like undisciplined and still fucking it wouldn't affect me too much because I'm so solid.
You're a high level dude.
Yeah.
Me, I don't think I'm all the way locked in. She got to be on my type of page.
That's self-awareness though. It's not
that's
like
the thing.
I'm better or worse than you. It's that self-awareness.
Man, I say that to my women all the time. Like, you got to know, I know myself. And because I know myself and keep it real myself, it's certain things that I do and don't do. It's certain positions I don't put myself in. Everybody will lie to themselves. Oh, I know myself. So I really curate my environment so I can always be at my best.
That's a big fact. Let's say a guy, he's working on himself. He's trying to come up, right? Well, he's working on coming up, right? And how does he know if a woman is worth putting? How does he know if he's got a good woman, somebody who's worth, really being with, fucking with, you know?
Man, I hate to say it. I would say they never are. And let me tell you why they never are. Because if you saying worth being with, which means I'm going to have to take some time and energy with this. I always feel like you should take that time and energy because I've done this. Like I'm speaking from experience. Like, this was my lifestyle, pouring into women and building them up.
Yeah.
I wish, and it hurts sometimes when I look back on my life. I wish I'd have took that decade of time and poured every ounce that I poured into the women into myself. I'd be in a better place right now. And guess what? At that level that I'd be at, I would be able to catch better. So I feel like until you're really where you want to be, why? There's I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in nothing. I believe in you're going to find somebody at whatever level you're at. So why don't you find a person when you're at your best level and take every ounce of energy, time, and attention and put it into yourself? Because you get a woman, now you got to help her. Man, these bras can't even go get a tire change without getting got over on. You got to call. It's so many little things that you have to deal with when you have a woman that you don't understand. Energy is one of the most important things you got. They say time, but if you got all the time in the world, but you don't got no energy, you're not going to do nothing with your time. So this woman is taking so much energy. If you really added it up a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, put all that back into yourself. You'll be where you want to be faster. And on that next level of human being that you are, you'll be able to catch a next level woman. Right. I mean, but do what you want to do. I've just done it. And I realized, man, I ain't fixing these bras no more. My a mentor of mine told me this, and man, I made more progress in a couple years than I did in a decade. He told me, you don't find ducks and teach them to fly, you find eagles and teach them to fly in formation.
Say it again, man.
You don't find ducks and teach them to fly, you find eagles and teach them to fly in formation. In my whole life, I was taking ducks, putting wigs on pigs, and trying to teach them to fly. And it was so hard. But guess what? Why do we go for the duck? Because it's easy to find ducks. It's harder to find an eagle because you got to be flying at that altitude. So I would tell dudes, work on yourself, fly at that altitude, and then catch an eagle, because it's going to be longer lasting and you're going to be able to go farther with that than a duck, because a duck got a limit.
And you know what I also tell dude, if you know you're not at a level you want to be, and if you at a kind of a low level, and it takes some self, I don't mean it, that doesn't mean you're not a good person, it doesn't mean you ain't got redeeming qualities, but if you know you ain't really the dude you want to be,
right,
you like a regular or below regular, right? You got a lot, you got a lot of work to do.
Self-awareness too.
Right. And if you get a girl at that level, man, if she'll fuck you, she'll fuck anybody.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. Listen. And this is not to diss nobody, but sometimes I'll be around some people And I be seeing the women that are talking to certain dudes, and I'd be like, oh, I thought you was a top. I thought you was a $1 million bitch. Oh, you fucking with that dude right there? Oh, I can't fuck with you. You fooled me. You know, she done put all this costume on and you fooled me. But who you are is who you attracted to. Oh, you fuck with him? I can't fuck with you. You know? It'll really tell a lot about a woman. A lot of times too, I'll tell a woman like, let me see your last dude. I ain't finna talk to him, and then I just want to see like what type of dude you fucking with. Because what I'm not gonna be is the come up. You're not finna skip steps with me. I'm not gonna be you riding motherfucking Cullinan, Rolls Royce, Brave, taking it. No, and you was like fucking with Joe Blow, right? I need to see where you was at, you know, because I'm not gonna be the come up around here. That you can't just hop straight from the Toyota to the Rolls Royce. You got to, you know, get you a Lexus, get you a Benz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that. And I'm not arguing with you. I always had a different perspective.
Yeah.
Like, because I would think okay, if she does come up and I change things, right, then she would appreciate it more.
Yeah, listen.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I want to know your perspective.
I agree with that too. But man, you would be fucking surprised. And it still blows my mind to this day. It takes a certain woman to have been in something to appreciate it. It's some women who don't even know it's a Rolls Royce. They'll come by and say, is that a Bentley? If you ask these women how much these cars cost, man, you will be flabbergasted. They have no clue. Yeah. So sometimes she has to be at a certain level to even appreciate what the fuck she's in. Because somebody on such a low level don't even really understand how expensive, what it takes. It's like a child. They don't even really understand what their parents been doing. So I've seen it to where you would think, okay, I'm gonna come through in a Rolls Royce, you know what I'm saying? And she just gonna fall out. But she's on such a low level, she don't even understand what that is sometimes. You know, and that's why like this ain't you or me, right? But guys who come from money, like old money motherfuckers, they only date girls who come from that shit. Because they bring them around their family at the fucking country club or all the other shit. They got to know the protocols. That's why you know, athletes and rappers, they be like, oh, why you always dealing with the same women? Because they know how to be in this environment. They know the protocols. They're not going to be groupied out. They know how when the paparazzi come, they know what not to record. They know, and like basketball women too. They all mess with the same women because it's too hard to teach a woman who's not from that. You know, you doing too much. So they don't know the protocols. That's real shit. So because sometimes. Yeah, it could be like that. Listen, I've seen it, man, and it's really frustrating. You would think a woman on the lowest level can appreciate what you got, and sometimes they do, but a lot of times they really don't respect it because they're so far removed from it. It's just another color, and they don't understand it's $500,000. They don't understand it costs more, you know. So then they don't give you the right. Bitch, you're not talking to me right now. You know what? I just picked you up in, and you was late. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they don't even know like the protocols for certain. They don't know how to be tactful in certain situations, or like, you know, exactly. I be saying it all the time too. Like, you know, a woman who's trying to catch like a super affluent dude, they don't understand. Like, you don't even know what he likes because you've never been in those circles, and you're going to give yourself away that you don't belong here. In the way that you walk, in the way that you speak, in the way that you don't know how to use your cutlery, in the thing, in the drink that you ordered at the bar. So you think just being beautiful gets it, but if you look at most of the top dudes, they don't have the most beautiful wife, right? Because it's other things, elements that they need to be married. Now he might have sex with you, but you need to know these other things, and you don't know these other things. Or if we like go to dinner with a business and we talking business, and like she got to either be quiet or like. Right. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna say who it is, but one of my boys, his girl was at it, and we were just talking about some business, and she was trying to chime in, like she knew what we said. And like I'd rather just be quiet, right? That's cool. You don't understand it? That's cool. I don't talk about shit. I don't talk about shit I don't know about, right? You know, hey, this is why I fall back. But she was trying to chime in and give advice on some shit, but it's like. And without being too disrespectful, this stuff when people know are well versed on a topipic, you can say stuff that lets them know that you're not well versed. If had you just not said that, we wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? So they can be embarrassing. And embarrassing you, exactly. But what you're saying is true as well. You know, because you take a woman from the bottom to she may be more appreciative. But man, I've seen it go both ways. Now I ain't taking you from the bottom. You ain't got to be at the top, but the bottom. No, you got to get a little put some work in. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you got to listen, man. You can't go straight from high school to the league, man. You got to play in the W.
You don't appreciate it the same. You don't appreciate it the same. That's why a lot of times when women stop dealing with me, you know, I say it all the time. Like if I'm one of the first dudes you ever dealt with, you're very unlucky. You want to know why? Because you're going to think every dude is like me. So you're not going to appreciate me right. A woman who's been in poor situations can appreciate me. So a lot of times when I'm the first woman a woman's really dealt with, I'm like, you fucked up, because you're going to think, and it's going to take for you to not be here to appreciate this. And by then it's going to be too late.
Yeah. You might need to experience some contrast before. Nah, it'd be like that, man. Or, you know, this is a mistake I used to make when I was younger, man. Like if you just care about looks, then you might end up with some like legit dummies, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Especially like someone like you read a lot. I watch your story. I see you reading and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm reading, fucking got a degree in college, you know, and it's like, motherfuckers say some stupid dummies. Like, I remember I was sitting out, man. I listened to some shit. I was like, man, I must be really horny right now, man, to have to listen to this bullshit and pretend it's something real.
Legit sometimes, and I'm not gonna say the word, I don't want to get your stream banned, but I really be like, you are definitely on. Like I'd be like, no, you could have been in them classes on the show, but like for real. Yeah. And I'd be like, you just you slid through the system. You know, but it's a lot of these women. But
she might have been in them. The people grow up. The people in them classes grow up. They become adults too, and they enter the real world.
You ain't never lied. But listen though, women
they grow up and buy some titties, man, and they end up with Goldie, man.
I swear to you, and it'd be like, well, one, you know, what makes me attracted to a woman, like when I could have a conversation and I could talk about the things that I'm reading in the new business book that I got. If a woman allows me to talk with them about something like that, and they can give me. You ain't got to give me too much feedback. Just give me something to go off of, because I really just want to hear myself talk. Yeah. You do that. That's a woman I love. I love a woman who want to just hear me talk my game and talk about this. just make me feel like you into it. Yeah. But if you can't even do that, man, it's real frustrating. And I don't know if you have this problem, but man, I have a problem where I be feeling like,
no, my girl's smart. Not
with
she
your
went
girl,
to college.
But I'm just
shit,
saying,
you know?
like, do you have a short temper when it comes to people who are just seem like they're so beneath you? Like, you feel like you done got to a point where you almost so elevated that it's like some people, it's like, it's not me. This is how normal people are, but it's really irritating me.
I think I used to be like that when I was, maybe when I was your age, I was like that, you know. And I'm not saying I'm more mature than you. I'm just
it was a phase.
Things change, you know, and that, you know, and one thing I always tell people who go, this might be helpful for you. One thing I started telling myself is I was like, yo, Thor doesn't get mad at the humans because they can't lift the hammer.
Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? They just can't lift it.
That's good.
You Thor, man, you can't. Oh, you motherfuckers can't lift it. Y'all some pussies. Man, they can't lift it.
No, that's a game. My uncle told me some shit like that one time. He was like, man, you a king, they not. So you can't be held to the same standards as them. Yeah,
that's why I'm strict with myself and I'm lenient with others.
No, that's
real. Hold on. The homie Fresh, I think the homie Fresh gave a super chat.
Oh, the homie Fresh.
Yeah, man.
My guy right there. Hey, appreciate it. You know this your money. Appreciate the love anyway.
No, that's what's up, homie. Shout out. Coming through with a honey bun. He the sponsor of the stream today. This is the stream sponsor, man. Yeah. That's what's up. Shout out to you, Fresh. That's the homie. He was on the pod not long ago, man. Yeah, but I get what you say. You know, I think when I was younger, I would be like super arrogant about shit. And I think as I got older, maybe I'm like softer, right? You know, like I don't know if it's maturity. Maybe I'm just like not as aggressive, you know. So it's more like I'm compassionate because you know there's for two reasons. One, the average person's IQ in America, the average American's IQ is only 100, right? So that means there's half the population to the left of that bell curve.
Oh, wow.
And 15% of them are way to the left.
Wow. I never knew that. I'm going to have to use that one day.
Yeah,
it would make a lot of sense about things that be going on sometimes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To put that in perspective, man, I don't even want to say it because people are going to say I'm capping. But I'll tell you, no need to brag. Right?
You got a high IQ.
Not even me. I was about to say my son's.
Oh, yeah, your son got a high IQ? Got a genius around here.
I wanted to put that kind of pressure on him, man. He's super smart, But anyway, but like some motherfuckers are just dumb, and there's not a lot of proven ways to raise IQ. The only ones I know for sure, and maybe there's other ones, but you can learn a second language, learn an instrument, but IQ is different than the shit you memorize.
Hey, I don't know if you've experienced this, but it's more than a few mentors that I've had who have super high IQs, and that's when I realized, man, that's why I can't drink, that's why I can't smoke, that's why I can't fuck off like a lot of people, because I'm like, I'm not operating at the same mental capacity as these people that I'm looking up to. So I can't. I need every advantage. Yeah, I need every advantage I can. And that's one of those things about being self-aware. You can say it's fair, it's unfair. I say, well, it is what it is, and I still got to do what I got to do. So I need to, if I want to be able to compete, I got to cut these things out that's making me less sharp.
Yeah. No, straight up, man. Like, and for me, I just, this is the difference between. There's a difference between trying to be the best you can be, like really and mean that.
Yeah.
Trying to really trying to maximize your potential, or trying to see how much you can get away with.
You know
what I'm saying? There's a big difference.
Hey, that's real.
And real. And the results were
that's real. And it's a difference. It's a difference. But hey, that's powerful though. Like to, one of my affirmations is, man, I'm trying to see how great I could be. One of my things that inspires me to say, like, I want to see how great I could be in this life, how much I can do and max out in every area. Now, will I do that? Who knows? But to be on that pursuit to me gives me energy.
Yeah, I saw an interview. It was with John Mayer. He was talking about when he stopped drinking. He said he was at Drake's birthday party and he made a fool of himself. Right. And then he said that the next day he had a conversation with himself. And I play guitar, right? So John Mayer, like I look at it, like people play guitar, they know that he's one of the fucking best. I fuck with John Mayer. The best alive right now, right? And he said, man, he was talking to himself. He said, what percentage of your potential do you want to like realize?
Damn.
And he said to himself, 100. And then he said, you know what that means?
Damn.
Right?
Ooh, that's deep.
Like,
that's powerful right there.
Yeah. So like this is that's just a real question. I'm not telling people you guys can do whatever you want. You can drink, you smoke, get high, shoot heroin, man. I don't give a fuck. Especially if you're competing with me, man. I hope you get a lot of vices. You know what I'm saying? You compete with me, man. I hope you do all types of shit.
Nah,
man.
that's real. That's real.
But you just really gotta ask yourself, what percentage of your potential do you want to bring to the surface? You can get away. You might be able to get away with drinking, but are you trying to get the best you can be, or are you trying to see what you can get away with?
Right. Hey, look, and then I heard Grant Cardone said, he was like, okay, you smoke whatever, but if you're smoking and I don't smoke, then guess what? I got an edge on you.
Yeah.
So it's like it's about how big. Have you ever read the book The Magic of Thinking Big?
Yeah.
Okay, that's one of my favorite books.
It's really good. Like when I was younger, I didn't fuck with it. When I read it, I didn't fuck with it because I felt like, I had a weird relationship with religion at that time.
Super religious. I don't see it as that. I see,
but it is a good book though. What point did you want to make about that?
Just that you got to have big goals and dreams, and that kind of inspire you. Then we talking about maxing out your potential. Sometimes you need something that's gonna pull. The reason a lot of dudes procrastinate that I see is because your dreams ain't big enough. Your goal is something so regular, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. You procrastinate because even if you did all this work, the thing that you chasing is really ain't shit. So why would I do it? If you had a goal that really inspired you and it was so big that when you think about it, it gets you excited. If you got it, then it might make you get up and do something.
It definitely would. If you believed you could do it.
Yeah.
If you believed it was real. That's another thing about. One thing about Miami, or just getting around people, when you sometimes get around people,
let me tell you,
if this dude can do it, then
because everybody puts their shoes on one foot at a time. So when you get with anybody, even your idol, you realize, okay, he's human like me. Then it makes it more believable because belief is that secret key to everything. No matter how capable you are, you will self-sabotage yourself subconsciously if you don't actually believe it's possible. So being able around people like you, around people doing these big numbers, Bugattis, this, that, and third, it makes it believable, and that's sometimes is the only key that people need.
For real, man. Sometimes you just need that. When I first moved to New York, I moved into this neighborhood called Forest Hills in Queens, right? And I got like the worst 1-bedroom apartment. It's on YouTube. You can see it's small. And it was right by the it was in a rich neighborhood called Forest Hills. Like that's actually a wealthy number. But I had the worst apartment there. I can hear the fucking Long Island Railroad go by. If I was watching TV, I had to pause it with the DVR because you couldn't hear over the fucking train. And but that proximity.
Man, you literally saying what I tell people all the time.
Yeah.
I say, get the cheapest place in the nicest neighborhood, because that proximity, even just the school that your kids are going to go to and the people that they're going to meet, proximity is everything. If you do nothing more and just raise your standard of where you living at, that'll change your life more than all the discipline in the world.
There's actually
it's hard,
studies to show that.
Yeah, it's hard to work against gravity, everybody around you down. Like they said it, like I don't know what book I was reading, but they was like, people who can outdo their environment are akin to geniuses. Like only a genius can be in a shitty environment and excel. Those are the one people that make it out that everybody knows. You're probably not that. And I'm probably not that. That's why I moved to Miami. You know,
no, straight up, you know, had I not went away to college, the best thing for me about college, and it was good, but when I went to Howard, it got me out of the South Side.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's big.
Because my parents, they stayed there even though he was making all that money.
Yeah,
Like, my mom don't live there now, but like, you know, that was my dad grew up there. He was home. That was home. You know what I'm saying? He's riding around the South Side with a fucking Cadillac. Yo, you'll appreciate this. My man had an emerald green Eldorado with the rag top. With the tan rag top.
Yeah. Real player. Real player.
Riding around Chicago. He was that kind of dude. What's some of you mentioned that one book, The Magic of Thinking Big. What's some of your favorite books?
My Bible, As a Man Thinketh. One of my favorite books. James Allen.
James Allen.
As a Man Thinketh. A little pamphlet book. Like that's my Bible. Like reading a little bit of that every day, because it's all about, you know, your life is a reflection of your internal. Don't work on the external, work on the internal. Once you see something different on the inside, you'll see. And every time in my life that I've ever fell off, been in a bad spot, I go back to that book and I remember that and I start practicing those things. My life immediately changes. And it always just reminds you that you're in control. It's how you think about things. You know, reality isn't as it is as you are. And, you know, just that daily reminder that you have the power, man, is real powerful no matter what situation you get in. But As a Man Thinketh, Mastery of Destiny, Psycho-Cybernetics.
Okay.
I
read Cybernetics.
It's a good one. Influence, you know.
Influence, that's my shit. There was a time in my life I read this book, Influence by Robert Cialdini. I might have read it once a month.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And I would learn something new.
I need to go back to it. You know,
every time I read it, I read something new.
One of the things in there that I like the most is when he's talking about like the reciprocal thing, how people will play on you being reciprocal. You know, and it really gave me the power to be like, oh yeah, because he's trying to play me. So now he can get this to me and I don't gotta reciprocate because I see he's trying to play. It's a great book.
It's a great book. And you know, and also it's like how do I put it? Man, there's so much in there, man. Like I think about it all the time.
Like, have you ever read Propaganda by Edward Bernays?
Yeah, that's a good one too.
That was deep. That was deep right there. I love psychology books. How do you feel about stuff like 48 Laws of Power? Everybody got mixed reviews on.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorite books. I remember.
You that dude right there.
Yeah. I interviewed a dude, and I really like, you know, the thing is, people. I talked to Robert about this, and it wasn't like he didn't mean it for it to be like a manual on how to be a dick, right? He was just saying, you know, this is reality.
Yeah.
And you need to act accordingly if you know it, right? So you can either use it to guard yourself away from it.
Yeah.
When you see people doing this shit, or you know what rules not to break. Like I see some shit like I see people breaking the rules like publicly. You know
like what? Name one.
Let me think of a good example. I forget the name of the law, but it's use abstinence.
Right? I was just thinking about that one right there.
Drake.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know, not only like I think people got one of the reasons he lost, but obviously Kendrick's song was just that.
Right.
You know. Yeah. It is what it is. But people was thinking Drake was gonna. I think there was a sentiment that they wanted him to lose because you just get tired of this nigga. But
that's how they do, build you up to tear you down.
You know, some motherfuckers though, they know when to strategically take a break, but Drake been coming out every year with a new track. You know,
it was
new album.
Too much. It was like, man, you know, those lessons in there. I like them, but it's like you said, I gotta read it because I know it's other people reading it, and I know they're not going to use it for good. So I got to be able to defend myself when I see you trying to use that tactic.
You can recognize it, or it's not even all bad, right? Like the first rule is never outshine the master.
Oh
right?
Yeah, great.
So when I see my fucking mentors, like I make sure I show them love, right. You know, all the stuff, you know, and I never want to. Carl, I see other people doing it too.
Yeah,
like,
I see that
too.
With
like 50 Cent. When he talk about Eminem, he always speaks to him in high regard. You know, like
you know what's funny though? Before I read that book and I said it's a lot of these things are daily I do. already, and it's a lot of these things that these broads innately do. You know, they innately use these tactics, and they ain't never read the book before.
Yeah, because it's like these are just laws.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth.
Yeah,
you know, however you get to it. Some people read a book to get it. Some people learn it through other means. But the truth is the truth, and you always want to arrive there.
I feel like you're kind of crippled in life if you don't at least read that book, because people are playing that all day, every day, from when you go to buy a car to anywhere you go. People are using those tactics whether they know or not, and you need to be aware of them.
But it's not even all like mischievous. Like think about one of the laws is stay away, avoid the unhappy.
Oh man, I love that one.
That's ain't nothing mischievous about that. That's self-preservation. If you don't know how to do that,
a lot of these, I don't know which camera. A lot of these dudes need to understand that when dealing with these women, the moment you meet them, they going through a crisis. Immediately red flag. Yeah, you know, because this is my thing. Wherever I find you, I know that's where you're supposed to be. So if you find a woman in the gutter having a bunch of problems, I always assume she put them on herself. Oh, your boyfriend. Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story, right? Back in the day when I first got in the game, I would meet these women and they would get with me and they would tell me like, "Oh, this dude used to beat me in the tub," and I'd be like, "Oh my goodness, I
can't believe you would do that."
2-3 months down the line, I would say, "Oh, I see why." No, I'm not gonna do it, but I understand. Oh no, so
I'm surprised you was the first dude to hit you.
So I've learned that 9 times out of 10, when you find somebody somewhere, they're there for a reason, no matter what side story they have.
Yo, every girl told me she got beat by a dude. I never hit a girl and I never will.
Yeah,
never hit a woman and I never will.
I've
been hit by women and I never even hit them back. I just took evasive action.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, hey, that shoulder, man. You act like you know what you're doing. You act like you know what you're doing with that.
And so just take evasive action. However, there always came a point where I was like, oh,
yeah,
that nigga just didn't have as much restraint as me. He was just less disciplined than me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. He shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
For self-preservation reasons.
Yeah, right.
But I understand why you got hit.
No, for sure.
I want to hit you too.
I'm just smarter than not.
I'm not going to do
it.
Gonna
put myself in that situation.
You know what I'm saying? Because I got discipline and I have self-restraint. And
you know, thought of the consequences.
Yeah, I'm going to thought of the consequences. It's not something I'm gonna do. You know. However,
you see why. But that's why I say, like, avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Man, a lot of these dudes are coming to save these women, not understanding she's in that position because of her, and she's gonna bring that into your life. Hey, listen, I heard some code once. I can't remember where I read it, but they said if you stop somebody's karma, like they put themselves in a fucked up situation, right, and you're trying to save them out of it. If you try to save somebody from a fucked up situation that they put themselves in, then you're going to get their karma instead of them. And whether it's true, whether it's not, whether you believe in that, I vowed myself, I ain't pulling nobody out. I've made people weak in my life by helping them out and holding them up and realize I made them weak, because had I not have helped them, they would have had to become strong themselves. And the reason I am who I am is because nobody helped me. So I almost robbed them of that so long that atrophy kicked in, and now they're homeless because I was because I lived in the real shit. So now I will. Now what I do is I will help you help yourself. Yeah. I will help you help yourself. I will give you the information. I will give you the books. I will give you the motivation, but I will not help you because I feel like that's hurting people
across the finish line.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You can't drag. That's why like people hit me up. Oh man, how do I motivate my cousin or my brother? You don't, man. You just you be the example. You set the example, and if they want to ride, they ride.
And I tell a lot of people this too, man. The best thing you can do to motivate somebody, like you said, be the example. But hey, man, you're not even that far along the path anyway. So you're trying to tell him something because you're 2 steps along the path, right? You're not making it attractive enough. If you came and was the richest, the buffest, you know, the top, guess what? They're going to ask you for the help. And then when they ask you for the help, that's when you give it. You don't try to force it on.
Nah, and it's difficult to be a prophet in your own land.
Oh, you know, man, I love that. I love that saying. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. People from your homeland is not going to respect you until they hear people from other places saying it.
Exactly.
Your family is not going to see you as who you are until they start to hear other people coming to them about you. Now they want to give you credit.
Well, motherfuckers be like, how my friends and family, they don't support me. Yeah, that's because you haven't given them a reason to yet. Yeah, exactly, that's all. You don't need their support to get to where to come up.
That's why I feel like it's another saying like that, where it's like, these people don't believe in me. Man, I hate when people say that
Yeah.
shit. I'll be like, but why the fuck they supposed to believe in something they don't see? Put that shit on the wall of reality. Then they go, but why do I expect somebody to believe something I'm talking about? Everybody's talking. Everybody's talking about. Everybody got potential. Everybody talking about what they gonna do. I'm not mad that you don't see my vision. It's my vision. It's in my head.
God gave you the vision, not them.
Now, when I put the vision in reality, then they gonna believe. I don't knock nobody for not believing. It's not for them to believe. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people be whining, oh, they didn't believe in me. I'd be like, man, knock all that off.
One of my niggas from Chicago, it was a different context, but I always remember he said it's a way different context in this, but we was talking about something, and I don't want to get into no details, but my nigga Dunstan said, yeah, niggas ain't believe until niggas start bleeding. It was a way different context, right? But when I heard it, I was like, oh, it's like I think about it all the time. It's like, yeah, nigga, sometimes you gotta show motherfuckers for them to believe.
No, that's real. That's real. That's real. Man, how arrogant of you to want people to be invested in something that you didn't even do yet. Like, how many things did you probably say that you didn't do?
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's a way different context. I think we got one more. It's a way different. I think we got one more super chat. The homie Nav came through. What up, homie?
Advice for dealing with blue collar workers as a business owner, example, construction workers.
I would need more context. Do you know what he means? I don't know if I understand that question.
It's vague.
He has a company.
He has a company.
He's dealing with construction workers.
He's a company. He's dealing with construction workers.
Man, hey, let me tell you something about construction workers. Man, they're like barbers. Anybody can do it. It's anybody who's doing it. Man, construction workers, contractors are like some of the worst people I've ever dealt with. I swear. They're not on time. They don't say what they're gonna do because they're like derelicts, because it's just a job that anybody could do. Yeah. So the fact that you even fell into that lifestyle, most of the time you're not on top of it, or you probably doing something else. That's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, when you deal with those, I get it. No, that's real.
You ever dealt with contractors, man?
I've done some construction and I wasn't qualified to do nothing else. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but my contractors right now, man, they do a great job.
I've never worked with no blue collar motherfuckers like that, but what I will say is, this is a human nature thing. Every human is going to do what's in their self-interest, right? And you want to work with that. You know what I'm saying? So like if you align what you want them to do with their self-interest in general, people won't surprise you. And if you just remember it, that humans are going to behave in their self-interest.
Man, listen, and this is a gem for y'all. B.F. Skinner, behavioral psychology, he does a bunch of studies on positive reinforcement and things like that. Talks about how he doesn't even believe in free will. He says, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But he said, if I curate the conditions, I starve that horse, I walk that horse, I make it so thirsty, deathly thirsty, it's going to drink the water. So it's about curating conditions, and you can pretty much make people do anything. And he just really talks about how all of us, we think it's free will, but it's really based on our conditions of what we're doing. So
including yourself.
Yeah. So I use that and not try to do that to other people, but to myself, to make myself and curate my environment to do the things I want to do. That's
a fact. Like when you leave, I'm gonna set out my workout shit, my pre-workout and everything. So in my workout clothes. So as soon as I get up, I know it's time to fucking train and make it easy for me to do it.
Exactly. And it all goes back to knowing yourself, because a lot of people, they try to act like, man, it's like, I hate when somebody be like, well, you got to know yourself. They be like, nah, but I'm gonna do it. But you never do it though. So just know you never do it. Then you'll put some circumstances around it to force yourself to do it.
I think discipline is a little bit overrated. I feel like you need to have just enough discipline to curate your environment. So you don't need as much discipline all the time.
I feel like discipline is like something that runs out. It's not something that's forever.
It don't feel like it. I ain't got one. I don't know where it is, but it's a book called Willpower, and there's a bunch of studies that show.
I've seen something like
there's a bunch.
You only got so much in a day.
It's like a battery.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So you don't want to waste it all the time.
Yeah, and you know what else? Like if you're talking about things that's gonna push you better than discipline, it's one of my favorite things that I always talk about. And you know what I'm about to say? Think and Grow Rich. It's burning desire.
Burning desire.
A lot of people, and that's what I'm saying. You drinking, you smoking, you eating all this food that's making you have brain fog, and it's killing your energy. You need to be able to have energy, but have a burning desire, because a burning desire, you don't got to have discipline. You want what you want so bad. Everything in Think and Grow Rich is about that. cultivating a burning desire. When you have a burning desire, it don't matter what's going on, you're going to figure it out. So I feel like that's better than having discipline, is cultivating a desire.
Because then you won't need a discipline, right?
Exactly.
You have what's called motivation. Motivation means you want to do it. Discipline means you're going to do what you're supposed to do, whether you want to, which is a good habit, good thing to have. But it's better if you don't rely on it, because there's only a finite amount each day.
Exactly.
So you got to,
you put in all these aspects, get a burning desire, have a little bit of discipline, curate your environment, you do all of these things, you might make it work.
And then save your discipline for the times you need it.
Yeah, you really need it.
And save it. Then it'll be more potent. Man, we speaking the same language, homie. Listen, man, we about to get up out of it. Where can they find out more information about you, man?
GoldieRatio.com is my site where you get a lot of my
Goldie Ratio instead of Golden Ratio.
Yeah. You see it. You get a lot of people don't get it. You're a sharp dude. But get chose with your mouth closed. I have a what to say and how to say it, how to talk to women guide. It'll build out exactly what to say and how to say it. Man, I got the Game God Mentality course program, hours of exclusive game, where I go deep. I got my book list. I got weekly game calls that you can get on for only $50 a month, question and answers, live weekly game calls. Yeah. I got a lot of things. Check me out. Game God Goldie on YouTube, Young Goldie _ on Instagram.
That's what's up, man. Listen, guys, it's been another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business, free book, free guide in the description called the 10 Commandments of Online Training. Show you how to grow your online fitness business, even if you don't have a lot of experience, even if you're not certified, even if you don't have a big following. We can walk you down the path and show you how you can start moving in that direction to make a living online. All right, holla at y'all.